There goes the people. Turn that music down, son. Rise and shine, family. Hope everybody's doing absolutely amazing this rise. We're going to get into it. We're going to have a great build. Go ahead and share this content, man. I want to get as many people on this broadcast as we can. I got some few words I want to have with my sister-in-law, okay? Few words I want to have with my sister-in-law, family. So we're just gonna wait a little minute, let everybody get into the room. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Yeah, I heard some things that she was saying yesterday, and she made a quick live and hurry up and deleted it. But of course, people, look at this. Someone leave that woman alone. Right, I hear you guys. So I don't know if you guys have heard her recent video and all the things that she was just saying. I don't know if you guys have saw this. Yeah, share the content, get into the room. Come on into the room, guys. I want as many of you guys as here to be here as possible for this one, okay? I'm going to be playing this little clip of Brianna talking, all right? Now, I don't know if you guys heard me yesterday talking about emotional terrorizing and how it's an emotional terrorizer behaves when they don't get their way. They normally say things that will create a negative emotion inside of you to hurt you, trigger you to a negative reaction. And typically the way you respond to them, if you were to respond adequately, you would also become very negative. Do you understand? Because they don't really leave a whole lot of room for you to respond to them in a way that has integrity, a way that has respect. And this is how they often bring the worst out of you. You understand? However, the question is actually, what were they feeling at that time? Why are they doing that? So while they're doing that, to bring all these negative emotions into you or to create an embarrassing moment for you, what is that person feeling? What is the emotional terrorizer feeling? Anger? Sure. Pain? Hate? Resentment? Many different things, right? Give me 1 second, family. Yo, I'm doing a live right now. And I wish I did, but because I was young and dumb, I was so cared about. All right, family, so we good? I think we're good. Dang, I think I'm good. You guys can hear me, right? Everything's good? So here we are. I don't know if you guys are saying this on all of her comments whenever she goes live. Do you guys say, leave her alone already? Why are you so invested? Why are you still going on? Do you guys say all these things? Either way, I have a message for my sister-in-law, okay? Let's go ahead and play this information. Let's go ahead and play this, and let's see what it says.
Let me remind you. He don't want kids, so don't bring it up no more. Because I call him a deadbeat. Because I'm the one taking care of Desharia while she here. I'm the one taking care of everybody. Why the fuck would I be mad? Because you didn't want to adopt some kids, and you already a deadbeat to your own flesh and blood. What? Let me say that again so y'all don't say this no more to me about him wanting to be a daddy. He don't want to be a daddy. I don't even want to be no fucking daddy. You the one keep popping out babies. I popped out one more baby with you. You got one child with me. I had 3 with one man before you. 3 with one man. Oh, speaking of that man.
All right, family. So look, already she's saying that he said that he didn't want no more kids. Listen to him, y'all. Listen to how he talks to me. What he said right there didn't sound good at all. I didn't want no more kids. I didn't hear him say, you don't want to keep popping them out, but that's what she says. He said, I'm not going to take that away from her. Maybe he said that. Sounds horrible, right? So, Brianna, I want you to understand something. While that has got to be horrible for you to experience, I need you to understand how you contributed to that, okay? It's not right to say. So, Robert, if you listen, that's not right to say. Don't let somebody bring you down by your anger. The thing that you say can crush them, really hurt them long term. And as you can see, she's playing this video back, meaning that that probably hurt her somewhere, right? But I want to say something here, family. You can't call a man a deadbeat and expect that not to bother him, especially when his daughter lives with him. Now, you're his wife. You're supposed to see the best in him. You said I was taking care of her while she was there with us. Are you sure you were the only one taking care of her, or do you mean you were there with her? What does a 14-year-old little girl need on a daily basis? What were you doing with her? You didn't have your titty in her mouth. You weren't breastfeeding her. You weren't changing diapers. But you say I was taking care of her while she was here, so that makes him a deadbeat. Well, I guess I'm a deadbeat. All those years I spent at work, spending way more hours at work than my brother spends at work now, I wasn't there with my children. But guess what? My wife did not see me as a deadbeat. She saw me as a good man. She saw me as a man who was providing and putting food on the table. She saw me as a capable man, a man who was providing for his family and protecting his family, a man who had to do what he had to do. So every morning when I woke up, guess where I went, Brianna? To work. This was about like maybe 5, 6, 7 in the morning. I was off. I was on my way to work. Guess what time I got off? Sometimes late at night. By the time I get home, my children are already in the bed. And this went on for years, family. So in my head, I'm thinking I'm being a good daddy, not a deadbeat. Now, of course, I have more time with my children. We spend all the time in the world together. But for the first few years of their life, I wasn't active in their life on a daily basis. Some days went by, I didn't even see my children. But they were in the home with me, but I'm being a husband. I'm being what men think they're supposed to be doing, going to work, providing for the child, providing for the wife. Now, we don't expect our wife to think that we're a deadbeat. However, if you say that to a husband, to a man, you're a deadbeat. He's going to manifest that in the worst ways. You think calling you a B hurt? Calling this man a deadbeat is devastating, especially when his child is living with him. So you're not going to get the best of that man in that moment. I don't know the whole argument because you only play clips, but right there you said, because I called him a deadbeat. So you calling your husband a deadbeat? The man who you had a child with, you calling him a deadbeat. That's not the way you talk to your spouse. And he said something to Tasha K. He's like, man, I could be trying to be calm with her. She'll keep responding like this. She'll call me out my name. She called me bees. And I'm watching him online. I haven't seen him yet be angry and scream on you yet online. Now, you may say he does this over the phone. You may trigger, you guys have arguments. You play some of that where y'all doing that over the phone. But you've been the one displaying all of this toxic behavior online. Now, when you go live, you say he did this, he did that, he said this, he said that. But we didn't hear that. We're only dealing with your accusations, but we're watching your behavior. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you're doing exactly what he said you do. Cussing, talking, just talking crazy, calling them names, being disrespectful. You're doing everything that this man said that you do. And we're watching you do this stuff. Now, just the other day, you was on the phone saying you wanted this man back. I want him back. I'll do everything in my power just to have him back. Right after our phone call, he calls me. I told him everything you said. He said, bro, if I go back, the same thing will happen. We've been through this. And I'm like, bro, you sure? I mean, after all of this, I'm sure she sees her contribution and she'll be better. I believe she'll be a better person. So I think more of you than my brother does. My brother's constantly trying to tell me who you really are. And for some reason, I don't want to see it. I keep thinking, man, she just hurt. Trust me, man, this ain't the her normally. And you ask him how I talk. This is how I talk to him, right? But he's saying, bro, if I go back, it's going to be more of the same. I don't know, bro. She probably realizes now how calling the cops is negative, and that's not right. She probably realizes in seeing what other people have to say how wrong what she was doing was, her contributions in all of this, regardless of what yours were. I'm sure that she'll be a better person. So maybe you won't get this. He's like, bro, I know for sure I'm going to get this. Bro, you're right. Because this woman apologized to you for slandering you online, right? She wrote a long post and said, I apologize for slandering you online. But what is she doing right now? Slandering you online. Now, someone asked me the other day, Kevin, why do you quote scripture? Because I'm talking to a Christian, someone who believes in this stuff. If I'm talking to a Muslim, I'll quote a surah. Do you understand? But I'm talking to a Christian. So in the Bible, it says, if you turn from your ways, only then will I heal your land. Repentance is not saying, I'm sorry. Repentance is actually turning from your behavior, not doing that again. So when you said, I'm sorry, I apologize for slandering you. That was wrong. You're not truly sorry when you're doing it again. Now, just imagine a man hitting a woman, hitting her. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. I was just hurting. I was going through a lot. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. She believes him. Next argument, he hits her again. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Is he really sorry? The behavior is not changing. So you're still going about this in a very terroristic way, and the behavior is still continuing. I don't know if you're seeing that, but if you're saying I'm sorry, but you're still doing the same thing, you don't appear very apologetic. Do you understand? And the person that's dealing with you is not going to trust that your behavior is going to change. And you want this man back. So you said, you called me. You called me, the person who you're talking so much junk about. I want him back. Let's continue, family. Again, then you're calling this man a deadbeat. You're letting everybody know, hey, I called him a deadbeat, and look what he's saying to me. Yeah, it's horrible on both sides, but yo, you know better. It's both of y'all. And it's him for allowing himself to be sucked into it. Men, if you're performing your best, you're doing your best job, and your woman's calling you names like that, you deadbeat, I'm going to tell you now, you're probably in a lose-lose situation. And unless she gets therapy on her mind and the negative energy that she creates in her own mind, you may have hell to deal with your entire relationship. Ladies, same way. If you know you're trying your best and all your husband is doing is pointing out flaws and all he got is negativity to say, coming up with stuff in his own head, seeing the worst in you, I'm telling you now, unless this person gets therapy on the negative stuff they create in their own mind, you're going to have hell to put up with for the duration likely of the relationship. Do you understand? So you're doing your best, and this person's looking at you from the outside, and they got nothing but negativity to say about you. It's horrible. But let's continue.
Deshaun,
What's good?
how many times have I called you about the abuse with Robert?
You talking about recently or years in the past?
Years in the past.
It's been a minute. What was going on? There's been a lot.
And then, how many kids I got by you?
What you mean? Josh, Zay, and I'm on.
3, right?
Right.
Okay. Have I ever lived in the hood?
Nah, you ain't never lived in the hood.
Did this man take me up out the hood?
Nah, you had your own crib, your own shit. What's going on?
I'm on live and I'm just addressing some real shit. Just want people to know that. Yeah.
No, definitely not. None of that. And Ben hit me up for a minute now.
Been hitting you up about abuse over and over and over. And what you always told me.
Stay with your husband.
And make it work. And plenty of times I could have been.
Now, listen, so she calls the ex, right? Her baby's daddy. She's verifying how many children she has with him, correct? And then she says, well, how many times have I called you about abuse? Plenty of times. Well, what was your advice to me? It was to stay there and work on your marriage. Now, let me say this. Bad advice. Number one, it's already bad that you're calling your ex when you're married to another man. It's already bad. Already bad. Now you have his children, right? You're raising his children, your ex's children. And he told you to stay with a person who's abusing you? That's what he told you. His advice to you was to stay? Man, you should have called me. I would have told you, listen, I'm coming over there. I'm going to take my brother. We're going to go hang out a little bit and you go ahead and get you somewhere safe. That's what I would have done. Get you somewhere safe because you shouldn't stay with nobody who's physically abusing you. There's children involved. Even if it's verbal abuse, you don't want children around that. You don't want children recreating those generational cycles, being broken, not able to function in reality because they grew up being abused their whole life or grew up being abused. But he told you to stay, right? This your baby daddy. Wait a second. Baby daddy. Why not husband? Wait. Why didn't he marry you? Why didn't he marry you? Because see, the way I heard it is you have 2 children with him. He went and got married, didn't tell you he was married. And then you started messing with him again and had the 3rd child with him while he was married. So he married someone else. He didn't marry you. Why didn't he marry you if you had it together? You got your own place, you're doing good. Why didn't he marry you? Why didn't y'all stay together? I'm interested. Just a simple question. You seem like y'all got a pretty decent relationship. He's calling you, you calling him to tell him what's going on in your current relationship. Is his wife aware? Because it seems that y'all are pretty close, but on that video, when you throwing my brother's clothes down, you called the wife fat. Like, it's crazy. Someone said she shouldn't be calling him or you. If you're going to call anybody, it should be family, someone who's invested in seeing your relationship survive. It shouldn't be no ex. I can guarantee y'all, no matter what I go through with Jamie or Lacey, I'm not calling an ex. Look what my current person's putting me through. Look what they're putting me through. Call a professional. You said you're being abused, right? So it's bringing all these people in to hear what they have to say. Let's kill this man's reputation with hearsay. The one time you told us it was abuse, whenever we followed that trail, it actually wasn't abuse. It was actually more so that you actually abused him. So if you say I called him and told you about the abuse, why did he tell you to stay? It probably wasn't really abuse. Like, he told you to stay. It makes no sense. Anyway, let's continue.
Exposed him, correct?
Plenty of times. I've been knowing about this for years. The counsel I gave you, stay with your husband.
He's been knowing about it for years. His children are in a house where the mother is being abused. He's been knowing about it for years, and the counsel he gave you is to stay with your husband. So no matter what he's doing, you just stay with him, huh? That's crazy. Let's continue.
Make it work. Try to do what you got to do.
I'm sorry, receipts coming in, some more receipts coming in because they talking shit about me and my dad. So anyway.
We were talking mess about her and her dad. Is that what we were doing, family? Who was talking mess about her and her dad? She says her dad told her that my brother was going to hurt himself and her, right? Her dad goes, how you going to get away with it? What do you mean get away with it if you're talking about hurting himself? What you saying makes no sense. Why would you ask a man who said he going to hurt himself, how he going to get away with it? And he mentioned hurting your child as well. And you went and told on him. And now in the same video, he says, I didn't say that, all of this. And you on here defending a man who said he didn't say it. I'm going to play that clip right after this. But you're saying we're on here talking junk about your dad. Actually, I felt sorry for you. I said you don't have a fighting chance because it seems like everybody around you is a homewrecker and got something negative to say about your relationship, filling your head with a bunch of nonsense. That's what I said. But you say, since y'all talking junk about my dad, let me get back on here and insult, shame, guilt, slur, right? This ain't how you manifest the reality you want. And it's not how a Christian woman behaves, a lady behaves. It's just not. It's not. And I know this is not indicative of the woman that you want to be. So I'm trying to speak some life into you. I'm trying to wake you up to the person that you're being right now. See, this ain't full of no insults. I ain't got none of them for you. I'm just going to talk about your actions. I'm going to talk about the behavior that you're displaying publicly. I ain't here for the insults. Let's go.
Kevin, we're not even going to go there with you. Keep doing what you're doing on the low. Okay?
Now, here, Kevin, we're not even going to address you. Keep on doing what you're doing. What is that to insinuate? What is that to insinuate? Because didn't you apologize to me for telling that lie on me? Didn't you say, Kevin, I'm sorry, but I was going through a lot. You don't understand. Kevin, I'm sorry. But you're not sorry because you're back doing the same exact thing you already apologized for. You can't make this stuff up. See, life gives you an opportunity to change, not say you're different so you can trick somebody into staying around you longer or get them to not see you as a bad person. That's not why you apologize, because you realize that the behavior is beneath you and you want to be a better person. So you change your ways. That's why you apologize. But you being back on the same thing that you were in the beginning tells me you're not sorry at all. So I don't think you know how to really correct your life. I think you need somebody in your life to teach you actually what correcting your life looks like. It's not just talking. It's not just talking, man. It's really not. So right there, you probably feel like I just said something. I take it that I'm not on your good side because you're insulting me. And that's how you respond to people that you don't like. Insult, insult, shame. Brianna is grown but hasn't grown up. You're absolutely right, Winetta. But consequences come to everybody. Share you a story, Brianna, since you're a Christian, okay? Let me tell you about the story about Elijah. I love it. I love that his name has lie in it, okay? Like yours. But his name is Elisha, okay? Now, he's a prophet, okay? This is in the Bible. You can read in your Bible. But Elijah, the prophet, he's on his way. He's walking down the road, okay? Now, Elijah's bald, okay? So he don't have no hair. Now, these little children come out to tease Elijah. Baldy, 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 ha, 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 ha. You don't have no no hairline. Your hairline's so far back, it's on somebody else's head. We can see what you're thinking, hairline jokes. Well, Elijah, the chosen prophet of God, he didn't like what these children were saying, and he became very upset. Now, he reacted in his anger, and guess what Elijah did? Him using his, I guess, God-given abilities, summoned or called bears out of the woods, and those bears destroyed those children. Multiple children. Killed them. Ripped them from limb to limb, the Bible says. Now, do you feel like those children deserve that? They were just calling the man baldy, harmless, teasing, not a big deal to them, right? They were children, not really aware of the damage they was causing on this man because they were children, right? And Elijah, wow, the chosen prophet of God, well, he should know better. He should be more involved in that, correct? So this is a flip side parable. It's not a true story. It's a flip side parable. So Elijah, this man who's mature, who spent time with God, who's supposed to be aware of himself, even he can be taken off his rocker and be possessed by his emotions because his ego was challenged. Now, this is a prophet of God. His ego was challenged. He responded through his ego being hurt, and there were consequences for that, right? Children are now limb from limb. Now, you might say, but the kids didn't deserve that. Nah, but consequences don't care how old you are. They just don't. If a child jumps off the building, it's going to happen. The same thing will happen to them that happens to an adult. If a child jumps in a pool and they can't swim, the same thing will happen to them. It's the same thing that happens to an adult. The world does not take account for how old you are. When you look in the jungle, animals seek out the weaker, the younger, the injured. So in life, when you start saying, look what happened to me. Well, look at how young I am. Look at how immature I am. I'm just a child. I'm only human. You're the person they seek out. That's the enemy is seeking out about who he can destroy, right? The enemy lurks about as a roaring lion, seeking who they can devour. Who does the lion devour? The weak, the immature, the unaware, the injured. So I'm weak, I'm injured, I'm hurt. So the enemy is devouring you. And I'm trying to talk to you so you can see your contribution to the damage that you're causing. Just because you're in pain, Elijah, doesn't mean you get to destroy people. And just because you're a child, it doesn't mean that you'll be treated like one by the universe. Consequences don't care. Someone says, so let her deal with the consequences. Yo, this is the consequences. I'm sitting here talking to you because of something you did. I'm part of the universe. The video I'm playing is something she said, i.e., this is the consequences. Let's continue, family. So you heard that story about Elijah and the 3 bears, right? Right? You heard the story, right? Everybody says, she said, say that Elijah story to your brother. I'm saying it to Brianna. Do you understand? I'm saying it for a reason. But let's continue, family.
We're not gonna go there with you. Anyways, first of all, my stepdaughter is 15. She's not gonna lie on no man. She's not gonna lie on her own. She's still not.
The stepdaughter that you was taking care of, which what makes you her biological mother and him a deadbeat, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Are y'all saying that she don't need to be told this? What this girl just tell me to do? What she tell me to do on the low? What she tell me to do, y'all? And I need to be telling this to my brother, not her. Let me say this, okay? speaking about the damage that you can cause, okay? My brother, well, myself, I have 2 wives, okay? Brianna, Jamie, and Lacey, you know them pretty well, okay? Well, you don't know them, but you know of them, right? Well, they don't like what you said to me. And believe me, they ready to say something to you. But I told them she's upset, she's angry. So, but she's disrespecting my husband. True, but she's not aware of all that. She's not thinking that far because that's what emotional terrorizers do. They don't think. Don't y'all get upset and jump into it with her. Don't worry about it. Let me make this video. I'm going to talk to her. She'll probably still continue the behavior because sometimes it just takes time. But you're not thinking about my 2 wives who you say you respect, Jamie. I mean, you talked about Lacey. I don't even know if you apologize to her, but now you're saying that I do what on the low? Now, if it's me and some man is disrespecting my wife to that degree, I would be highly upset. So I can definitely understand Lacey and Jamie's feelings on that. How would you feel if you and my brother were still together and some woman was saying that type of stuff? Would you care? Or would you feel like it's my place now to jump in and then get involved? Because you'll probably feel like you're getting jumped and now where all these people coming from, but it's because you're saying all this stupid stuff and you're not thinking about what you're saying when you say it, because they're very offended at what you said. I have people that love me. I have children also. Now, I'm not out here saying a whole bunch of stuff that your children can see and try and ruin your reputation or life, but that's what you're doing to me, right? Now, I don't care that you said that. It doesn't bother me. So I think that that's one of your weapons because you think I care. But I'm actually trying to show you by using this that you haven't changed. You said you were sorry for that. And now you're doing the same thing. So you were never sorry. So this is why Robert don't want to be with you. So when you called me and you was like, yo, I want him back. I'll do anything to save my relationship. I told him what you said, and he said, bro, she's not going to stop. It's the same stuff. She'll apologize, and then she'll do the same thing. I didn't believe him, but he proved me wrong. You're doing that. He told Tasha K, I can try to be calm, but look how she reacts. Well, I'm being very calm with you. But look at what I'm getting from you. And I know your next video won't be to refute any of my talking points. It'll just be, I'm gay. I get it. I'm gay. I'm broke. I get it. I want to be like my brother. You said it already. And the videos that you've played them already. Tell me this. What's your goal? You want the world to believe my brother is an abuser? He doesn't have his wife and children anymore. You don't have your husband with you anymore. What more? What you want us to think? You want us to believe he abused you for 6 years? Is that what you want us to do? If we all say we believe you, will that stop your rampage? What do you want? I see you've played the videos. You clearly want us to believe this, right? Even though you said it didn't happen. But then it did happen, but then it didn't happen, but then it did happen. Let's continue.
I talk to him. This man's so psycho. He on her page, responding to people and talking to himself. You on there pretending to be her, and she ain't even talking to you. She don't even fuck with you. She don't fuck with you at all.
Now, don't you think that hurts my brother that he has this estranged because of y'all relationship with his daughter? Then now you rubbing it in. She don't even F with you. You talking about his daughter. Yo, she don't even F with you like that. She don't even F with you. No sympathy at all. What if your child was out there treating you like that? But you're going to talk junk because you're mad at him. This is the person you wanted to be with. Now, if he told you he was going to be with you, I bet you care about his daughter and that relationship. But now, right, what's the point? Now, what's the point? Now, like, yeah, she don't even F with you. Come on, yo. Rubbing it in, maybe? Let's continue.
At all. Ever since she left. Then people say, well, you didn't do anything when he beat her. Oh, I didn't? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull up my mama receipts next, but we're going to go with Deshary's first. Okay, here we go.
All this crying she did on the phone, crying over a man that she say got a shrimp, over a man that she say don't even care about her, over a man she say beat her. But now she's sitting here degrading him again. If he is on there speaking on those pages, they're his pages. You got to make a live about it? Yo, guess what he's doing? He's over there commenting on pages that he created. Yo, I want y'all to know that ain't his daughter. That ain't his daughter. Okay, it ain't his daughter. We got it. What's the point? You're so emotionally tied in this situation. I think it's going to be very hard for you to try and move on or get your healing because you're sitting here worried about every little thing this man do. He can't even comment on his daughter page without you saying something. You got to make a video about that. Your first time making a video, your second time or third time, I don't know what time it was. It's hard to keep up now. But you said you made the video because he was trying to convince people he was a good person and a good daddy. That was your reason for making the video. Like, girl, you can't punish this man. Stop trying to punish him. Stop trying to be the hell that he gonna go through. Stop. If you believe in God, allow God to do what God is gonna do. You not nobody's God. You can't put nobody in a hell. You keep trying to punish somebody. Let me punish him with what I get online and say about him next. He ain't got online and went on no tyrant yet. Not like that, family. Let's be real. I ain't heard him put your family name in his mouth. I ain't heard him do none of that. I ain't heard him tell no lies on you. None of that. But that's what you're doing. So you say, well, he's the emotional abuser or the verbal abuser. Yo, I swear to God, I can see how you could think it was him by the way he acts. But I can see it's you by the derogatory things you're doing. Like Tasha K said, neglect can be taken like abuse. I get that. A man not listening, a man not being attentive to a woman's needs can feel like abuse. That I get. And to all that I say, brother, do better. Listen to your woman, care. You can't just expect somebody to be okay mentally if you're not going to do no work in that. I can get that. But the stuff you're doing is actually really abusive. Like, it's really abusive. Somebody said the look in her eyes is, she's possessed. What you think is making this person do all of this? Anger, hate, resentment, ambivalence, guilt, shame. She's possessed. And my goal is to try. I hope she watched this video and wake up. Just go live and do more to damage yourself. Do live and do more to damage yourself. It's not wise. Let me continue. I'm going to get through this video the quickest I can.
Receipt number 1. She texts me and say, you okay? Yes, I'm okay. How are you? That's good. I'm good so far. When do you think I should address my part? I said, I miss you already. What do you plan on saying? She said, I miss you too. Saying stuff on what I saw while I was there and how I felt on it. And towards everything. The truth, basically.
Now, right there, when should I say my part? What do you plan on saying? Now, right there, Brianna, you could encourage her. Please stay out of this. Do not post. Don't do that. This is between adults and how I'm treated by him and how I feel like I'm being treated. You don't do this. That is your father. You show respect, right? But instead, that's not what you're saying here. And again, you have to understand, you don't have to personally tell her, go live. When she hears you saying, he did this to me, he did that to me, your children see you. You're their mother. They love you. So if I've seen children turn on their daddy because they made mama cry. What mama crying about probably ain't even necessarily worthy of tears. It may have hurt her, don't get me wrong. But if she told you what was wrong, it probably wouldn't be that big, although she is emotional about it. But the children who witnessed the mother crying is going to say, daddy did that to mama. They don't care what he did. They just see mama crying. So a woman who really loves her children and loves her husband, she do her crying in a private place. Now, I watched you with a video holding your little girl crying, using her as a damn a napkin, a Kleenex. And you don't think you're traumatizing that little baby? What my daddy did to mama. They don't know nothing. So you don't see how all that could help her to see her daddy in a negative way. You don't see that? Let's continue.
I said, you sure you want to do that?
Yes, we're really brothers, family.
Yeah, because people making lies on you saying you scripted me to say stuff when you didn't. Do you want to call him? No. Do you feel like it was pressure from me or your mom to post a video on the internet and what people are saying? Because y'all was saying, all y'all saying me and her mama coached her, right? All y'all saying that, right? Okay. No, it wasn't pressure because I chose to post how I felt and what was truly going on. While you was here, You never posted anything. What made you post when you went home? I didn't post at the house because at the time he said he was going to kill you and then himself. Clearly. You see that, right? You see that, right? You see that, right? So not only are me and my dad lying on you because you called me to manipulate me and tell me that he didn't say it, so I was second guessing my dad. And then the whole time on the phone, I'm saying my daddy's too old to be lying. My daddy done told my whole family. I would have to call my dad, have to call my whole family to tell them that my daddy lied. Like, I do not feel like my daddy, old as hell, will lie on you saying you told
Let me pause this one second. Someone says, Kevin, you are being biased. How so? I'm listening. You got my attention. How am I being biased? Because I don't normally see that when you guys say it. Okay? I see it after the fact, and I'll be like, how am I being biased? I just said the things that he did wrong. I can see how you take them as abuse, but the things you're doing right now is really abuse. Let's say if neglect is abuse, a man feels like his wife is neglecting him because she's neglecting him, right? And because she's not giving him the attention. So he feels neglected. Let's say he slaps her in the floor. Well, she was actually abused. Well, he goes, well, I did that because you was abusing me by neglecting me. No, one is actually really abuse, yo. One is, that's called neglect. It's not called abuse. It's called neglect. So you may say it feels like abuse, but it's not abuse. It's neglect. So I'm asking you guys, how am I being biased? Waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for you to say it. This man speaking facts, right? But they say, Kevin, you being biased. How? I'm talking about one person's behavior right now, but you're being biased. Someone says you are. Well, then how? You're supposed to say how, not just you are. Let's see here. She's worried. She worries when you call her 3 kids daddy and ask him, I told you what Mr. Truth did to me. So why are you not with your kid's father? The 3 kids you have with him because he didn't want her. So he married another woman on her. Okay, I thought you was talking about what I did, how I'm being biased. Okay, yeah, he married another person. Kevin, you are speaking right. Take up for your brother. I'm not even taking up for my brother at this point, Sherfield. She says he doesn't see he's done anything wrong. I never said I don't see anything that my brother couldn't have done better. Do you understand? Thank you, LaRonda says, Kevin, you're a good-looking man. Thank you so much. Oh, and I've seen all the videos. Believe me, I have seen them. Oh, I ain't gonna say all of them. There's probably been a whole lot of videos I haven't saw. I ain't gonna say that. But again, family, since you guys are not saying exactly how I'm being biased, it says, I know you are addressing what Brianna did and said, but your brother plays into. Listen, family, again, I've told you, you have a right to feel upset by my brother's neglect or whatever you're saying. He wasn't home enough to be with the kids. I can understand all of those negative emotions that you may feel, but calling him a deadbeat, calling him a pussy, a B, these are, you behaving that way is not justifiable. Now, if he's on here right now calling her B's and stuff, I'm gonna be like, bro, that's crazy. When he did call her that, even though she was saying it first, I still said that's wrong. You don't call her that, even if she called you that. You continue to be a leader and you set the example. I said he was wrong. I don't know what more you guys want me to say. When I see him do something on this video, because I'm reviewing this video, I think I just like one of those Me Too type things. Say him too, say him too. But let's continue, family.
They'll kill us. Now your daughter says it. And this is old. This is old.
It's very old. She says, now your daughter says it. The conversation when he had recorded her, talking about her father in this situation, she said the daughter heard the father say it, right? Isn't that what Brianna said? The daughter heard the father say it. The father at the end of that video says, I didn't say he said that. So now this, she knows this though. She watched the recording. She responding to what we said on the recording. So she goes back live again to try and bring some merit to what she said. When the daddy already said he didn't say it. The daughter done called him. She done called him herself and hear him stuttering on the phone. if he did say it, it wasn't handled right at all. If he did actually say, I'm gonna hurt him, myself, the children, why wouldn't he say something then? Why didn't he go to the proper authorities then? So you believe this man? So you believe that someone could tell him that they're gonna off his daughter and themselves, and he'll just hold on to it and don't say a word? I'm gonna tell her when I see her what you said. That's what a father would do. That's what your father would do. Do you believe that? Sounds like you're trying hard to believe some bull jive. The man said, now, I didn't tell you he said that. Why'd you tell him I said it? If a man said this to me, y'all, about my daughter, you can tell him I said it. I would have beat his ass and then told her why I beat his ass. Do you understand? It would have been kick ass, take names later. I guess I can't say that live, so let me take that back. I wouldn't have done a single thing. I would have called the authorities. But the worst person to me probably would have wanted to take control of that situation and hurt the guy. Like, just being honest with you, somebody just told you they're going to hurt your child and themselves. You're like, what you just say? You would lose your mind. You wouldn't go back and be like, yo, baby girl, guess what this man said to me? But don't tell him that he said it. Keep that between me and you. If that happened, yo, daddy, I swear to God, yo, I ain't going to say it. I almost just said it, but I'm not going to say it. He needs some man training if that's what happened, for real. But let's continue.
When it first happened, this ain't nothing new. This message is old. But according to you,
it's old, but you still playing it like it's new. Why? I wish somebody would just delete all the videos out the phone. So we ain't got to argue about the past no more.
No, you got me on the phone crying because you manipulated me to feel like.
You got me on the phone crying because you manipulated me. He got you on the phone crying? Like, is he pinching your arm through the phone, making you cry? Or are you just crying? When I go back and play the video, y'all, look at how she makes it sound like it's even difficult for her to speak. She can't even barely get her words out. But see, when you go to a child and you confront them about something they did and they know they're wrong, that's how they act. They already begin to cry before you even begin the punishment or the discipline. But, you went down to the, now they can't speak good English. This is exactly what she did when he's on the phone with her, but he has her crying because he manipulated her. Well, how did he manipulate you? By saying, I didn't say that? Who told you I said that? Where'd you hear that from? I'm gonna hurt you in myself. Who said I said that? Well, daddy said I said that. I didn't say that. Why would you believe that? Why didn't you ask me? That's how he manipulated you? Is that how? Manipulated? Like he put a clock up in front of you and said, pay attention to it. You're going to sleep. See, it's like inflammatory words. You got me crying because you manipulated me. How he manipulate you? He just said I didn't say it. He asked you, why didn't you ask him first? You said it's a very serious allegation. I don't think my daddy would ever say that. That's a very serious thing. Well, not so serious that you wouldn't ask him first. Not so serious that you wouldn't go online and just say it first. But my brother, see, he don't be thinking about all that type stuff. My mind, I be thinking. My mind be thinking. You feel me? So I would have been like, yo, wait a second, time out. So you realize it's a horrible thing to say about someone. But think about this now. If somebody came to you with a rumor, it seems to me the worse that rumor sounds, the more you need to verify that rumor, right? Like if somebody come to you and say some horrible shit, do you just run with it? And then try to justify it by saying, well, I look, the person who told me, I trust them. And I don't believe they would lie about that because that's a crazy thing to lie about. It's also a crazy thing to repeat without having no verification. Like, it's like, don't blame me. I didn't do nothing. Throw the rock and hide your hand. Like, it's them. It ain't me. Daddy did that. Let me call him. Trying to get out of it. You're evil. You do this evil stuff and then try to pretend like you didn't do it. Exhibit A. You called the police several times during their relationship. I knew about it. I would always say, my brother, leave her. She put your life at risk. He would not leave you. I would all the time say, leave this woman, man. She calling the cops on you, saying all of this stuff. That's not cool, bro. Somebody could get there and hurt you. That's my brother. I don't want to lose my brother. I grew up with this man. He everything to me. So when he and I don't care if you don't like how he talked to you. I don't want my brother to be dead. So just leave him. I don't care if you don't like how he raised the kids. I don't want to lose my brother's life. So just leave him. But no, I'm going to call the police because I don't like how this argument is going. Oh, I'm sorry. Come back to me. He comes back. You do it again. You love to weaponize systems. This is what you did to my sister. You commented, oh, she's gonna have a hard time whenever the food stamp people, whoever them people call DSS, whoever they call, realize that she's doing some fraud, but she ain't doing no fraud. So what is that saying? That you're gonna call those people and say she is? Like, you love to weaponize the taxpayers' money. We don't pay for those services, so you can sit out here and do that, and there should be a crime against that. You calling the police and say, he got a gun, come over here. It's really people out there who need help. And you're going to get them all emotional coming out there to protect you from some guy who you say got a gun, but in that same video, you ain't never used a gun to hurt me. I know that. The only reason I went and got a gun is because of what Daddy said. What about the times you called the police and said he had a gun? When he didn't. He didn't have one. But you said he did. He's got a gun, but he didn't. So we know you lie. We know that. So you back on here trying to make it look like you don't lie? You love to weaponize the government systems. This is, y'all, I could write a book on the behavior that she has been putting forth. I could make a documentary out of it and make it famous and would probably get rich off of it. When I say some of the things that I say, she comes behind it and does the perfect video that be textbook poster boy for the thing I just said. She perfectly said everything and did everything I outlined in how a terrorist, how an emotional terrorizer reacts when they don't get that what they want, how they behave when they don't get what they want. Go look at the live I did yesterday. She makes a live a few minutes later. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everybody's saying you're right. Yeah, she made a video a few minutes later. It's like I called her and said, Brianna, do everything that I said that an emotional terrorist do so I can make a video from it, prove it, write a book, and then get world famous for being able to see this shit. Do it. Like she's the poster boy. And there's probably some punitive treatment coming towards me for making this video, because that's how she likes to do. Punish. Kevin, I'm going to use the system against you somehow too. She loves to use these systems against people. Tell my sister you're going to send the damn people on her. I was trying to get the people on somebody. Y'all, that's so toxic. And many of you guys, y'all get food stamps now. So you can see how she belittles people based on their current condition. She calls my sister fat, right when she has a friend who's 2 times the size of my sister. Now, I ain't calling her fat, but she's 2 times, probably 3, the size of my sister. But you sitting up with her, besides you calling another person who's smaller than them fat. Now, if my homeboy was rich and he calling somebody who I know got more money than me broke, I'm going to say, well, damn, what that dude think about me? And you don't think about nobody when you talking, just insults. You say, yes, you're very correct, Kevin. See, a lot of y'all can see it because you're smarter than that. You guys keep saying, someone says it takes 2. It don't take 2 people to make the videos that she's uploading. Do it take 2 people to sit there and say, you're a shrimp dick. I never got off by you. You're little, you're ugly. Your music sucks. He ain't on here saying your coochie ain't good. Your body fake. Your hair fake. So wash your face and come back and talk to me. He's not on here saying that. And then when y'all get with the bitch thing, you say, well, he called me a bitch. Well, this behavior is normally why people get called bitches. Like, I swear to God, like, I don't call people that, never would, never will. I don't think it's important for me to say that. Do you understand? It's not important for me to call anybody that. But I'll tell you this. When a man calls a woman a B, it is linked to an attitude. It is linked to being probably complaining a lot, probably doing a lot of nagging. So he'll say you B. You understand? It's you B. Even women call each other that. You B. It means like you're being mean. Like you're being mean. Like that's what B means. When a woman calls a man a B, y'all, what y'all think that means? Do you think it means that he's being an asshole, that he's being irate, that he's being he's doing a lot of nagging? No, it's the cut to the deep of the man. You understand? So if a woman and a man are in a bitch fight, you a bitch, you a bitch, you a bitch. They're not saying the same things to each other. If they were actually saying the same things, whenever she says you're a bitch, he would say you're a whore. You're a 304. You see what I'm saying? Because a man being called a B by his woman is saying that you're not a man, you're not capable, You a punk. You can't protect me. You ain't gonna really fight. You can't fight. Like, they're gonna say all of that. That's what they're saying to a man. Now, ladies, you might be saying, that ain't what I mean by it. I'm just trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to be, I'm just mad. I'm telling you how he processes it. Do you understand? Do you understand that? Is it wrong when my brother says that? Absolutely. It's wrong. Both of them calling each other that is wrong, but it's not parallel. It is not parallel. Y'all need to understand that. You're justifying, you're taking up for your brother. I ain't taking up for nobody. It's wrong. But he's not calling her a 304. This is how he would really be cutting to the bottom of her. By the time she done called this man a B all these times, now he respond back with, you a B. You B, I won't be true. You ungrateful B, you mean B. What he's saying is, you're being mean to me. What is she saying when she said? I'm on no one's side. I'm on the side of the truth, family. Let's go.
It was not true. I called my daddy on that same phone call. Did you record that? When my daddy said, no, I am telling the truth. That is what he said to me.
He did record that. And your daddy did not say, no, I'm telling the truth. No, he didn't. Your daddy said, I didn't say that. And I'm going to show you. Did you? I don't think she even watches the videos, y'all, because he played the actual recording. And now she lying to us, telling us what her daddy said in the recording. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, we heard the recording, but she's telling us that when she called her dad, that he said everything. But on the recording of her dad, which is exactly what she's talking about, it don't go the way she just said. Do you believe her or the recording? Let's go.
Next, receipt. Sharia says, I want him to get mental. I want him to mentally get help before trying to fix something with anyone.
15-year-old. I want him to mentally get help. Where do you think she got this from? Before trying to fix anything with anyone? I would say, sweetheart, please try your best to stay out of it. Don't try not to see your father through those eyes. You let us adults work it out. I know this is a rough time right now, but please, love. Let's go.
Because you're sick in the fucking head, bro. You're sick. You're sick in the head.
If he is sick in the head, then two is company. I'm telling you now. Because you're manifesting negative emotions. He's a deadbeat. Why? With a daughter that lives with him, how did he get all the way to becoming a deadbeat? How? How did he do that? How is he a deadbeat? This means you manifest the worst in your mind. You're sick. You are sick. You need therapy. You're not grasping this. The person going to work, trying to manifest a reality, and you're behind him saying you a deadbeat because you ain't home enough. I take care of her because she's here with me. I'm taking care of her. No thought for the role that you play, the relationship that you're building with her. You don't take care of her. Just because she at the house when you in the house. What you doing to take care of this girl? To the point to where you got to call this man a deadbeat. You changed the ring the man bought you, went and bought a whole different ring. Put money with the ring that he bought you, but then said you bought the whole ring. Yo, if your man bought you a ring, okay? If he bought you a ring and you, without him knowing, go change that ring into another ring, what are you saying? I don't like that ring. I don't like the representation of our union that you presented towards me. I want a different ring. I'm fuck you. I'm gonna go get the ring I want. Forget what it means and what it commemorates. I bought my ring. So it's like you got to think, you was never really married to him. You married yourself. Who does that? Oh, I love him. I love him. If a woman loved a man, she would love the damn bread wrapper that he put on her finger. If she truly, truly loved him. Now you're married to a man. It's your third ring. Oh, that ring ain't good enough. I'm going to go put money with it exchange it by a different ring. That's as a husband, it's like, yo, what? Man, let's go.
Because I'm messaging her. How I'm trying to figure out, when do you think you're going to fix your relationship with your dad? She's old enough to articulate her feelings. Everybody on the internet saying, oh, people are coaching her. No, we're not coaching her at all.
Right. So if she's old enough to articulate her feelings and she's 15, how old is Brianna? How old is Brianna? Why do you guys keep saying she's young, she's young, she's young? Why do y'all keep saying that? Is it the makeup, family? Is it because she's beautified that y'all can't see the issues? Is that what it is? See, I don't wear makeup, so I think y'all can see my issues, right? Because I see a lot of y'all saying in the comments, she's pretty, but she's pretty. Nobody cares. The universe do not care. See, socially, y'all might care. Okay, well, she's pretty. I'm telling you now, that's not beautiful. That's beautified. Beautiful is understanding who you are. It's treating people with respect. It's being kind. Do you understand? That's what beautiful truly is. Loving who you are, growing your own hair out, being in your own skin. That's what beautiful truly is. You ladies have been told what beautiful was so much that y'all lost yourself. You don't need all that stuff to be beautiful. And listen, there's nothing wrong with makeup. That's not what I'm saying. Let me be clear on that. Nothing's wrong with makeup. You can wear it all you want to. It's an enhancer. You can do that. But you can't make the makeup, you can't use the makeup and believe that you really look like that and start acting like that. Now look, y'all, if I was to go out and get a damn toupee put on my head, right? And start going out here picking at dudes who don't have hair, wouldn't that be crazy? Because it ain't really my hair, right? So like y'all get in the mirror, a lot of y'all ladies are getting in the mirror, doctor y'all face all the way up, and then really think y'all better after that. Yo, that's just a mask. That has nothing to do with your character. You're not beautiful because you put that damn makeup. Have you seen some of these women at the foundation of their face? Have you seen them with no makeup on camera? And then you get to watch them put makeup on, how different they look. Have you seen this? So are y'all telling me that person is actually beautiful now because they got makeup on? So if I go get a toupee, I have hair now? I really do? Beautiful is how you behave, family. You learn this over time. And if we knew this, we would be able to truly see beauty. We wouldn't get caught up and lost in somebody else's shell because that's not who they are. That's not who they are. We're very complex. It's so much more to us than the avatar itself, family. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Y'all think that's beautiful? That's ugly. This woman is ugly, yo. Ugly inside, ugly outside too. Look at the chaos that come with her. Have you ever seen a hornet? Have you ever seen a snake? They ain't always like hideous to the eye. But once you know what they're capable of, that very snake will scare you. It becomes scary, right? You ain't never seen that? Pretty colors all over the snake. But you know what those pretty colors mean, right? See, a lot of times y'all don't understand that our reality, when people get away with stuff because of their looks, they don't work on their character. So they stay pieces of shit. I swear to God, where a lot of us get treated like what we look like. And sometimes we get treated worse than who we are because of what we look like. And a lot of times that shapes your personality. It's some of you women out there who are so beautiful, and you might not have the body type that the world say you should have. You might not have the hair color and all that other stuff that they say you should have. Don't you get it twisted and start thinking that you ugly and you got to change your face to be beautiful. Being beautiful is about who you are, not what you look like in the damn mirror, yo. So all y'all here keep saying you beautiful, you pretty, you pretty. Yo, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. She's not better than y'all because she know how to put on makeup or because she got a little bit more money to get a surgery that y'all can't get. You can buy that. Every bit of that shit can be paid for. And guess what? Your life's still going to be fucked up according to your actions. See, I see people for who they truly are. Maybe that's my problem. But this shit don't fool me. I see the behavior that comes from this person. Ain't nothing about that shit be coming to me. Nothing about it. Beauty is not looks, y'all. That's a facade. That's a facade, y'all. And I'm sick of it. Sitting here thinking you can get in the mirror and then 30 minutes to an hour later, you think you a different person because you put some damn makeup on. Then don't blame that guy who walk around with fake jewelry and fake clothes on, fake brands on, thinking that he better. He is better. He's just as better as you are. So go wash your face and you wear your real value and stop trying to tell that man you fake, you fake, you fake. Let's go.
Just like yesterday when he posted my address to the world publicly, it was my 15-year-old stepdaughter who went to message him.
Here you're lying again. He never posted your address and you know it. If he did, post a screenshot showing it. All of you guys who are saying that he did post, that he posted her address, prove it. You just lie on him to say he did this stuff. He didn't do it. And if he did it, he's wrong. I don't have to see it. If he did it, he was wrong to post her address. But this is all it is. He did this, he did that, he did. We're watching you do what you do. We're watching you.
I told him to take the post down. And she ain't talked to him in months. In months. She have not talked to him in months. And she goes out her way for me, her stepmom, the one that she loves, the one who has been there for her from day one, since she been here, she reached out to help and protect me.
For day one, you been there.
She ain't reached out to you because she wanted to talk to you, nigga. She don't fuck with you. Next receipt. Don't fuck with you at all, honey. But you on the internet playing third-party person. I'm three people.
That was so bad it ain't even worth speaking on. Like, look how she talked to the man. He ain't on here talking to her like that. Now, he might be on here being catty. Now, I would say all of that is wrong, as it's not my philosophy. I wouldn't have done any of that. But he ain't on here being like that.
I'm Deshaun. No, I'm Amora. No, I'm Tupac. No, I just talked to Jay-Z. No, I just talked to... You're fucked up here in the head. For real. Seriously, you're sick. Get help. You're mad because I exposed your little strip last night? You're mad? You're the one posted a picture in your underwear. You're the one posted a picture in your underwear and all people see is this. And they asking, is it a grower? And it's not. You're mad because I exposed you for who the fuck you are? You're mad because you don't have a dick? You're mad because you have a Vienna sausage? You're mad?
I want my husband back. I'll do anything to save my marriage. I want to be with him. I love him. I really want to be with him. Well, Brianna, if you want to be with him, you got to start speaking life into him. You got to start uplifting him. All this stuff you're doing online is only going to push him farther away. Nobody would want to be with somebody who's insulting them, Brianna. You got to stop. If you want to get out of the hole, you must first put down the shovel, Brianna. You're right, Kevin, you're right. But give me about 3 or 4 days. I'm going to be back on this shit again. Okay, say he posts a video of himself in his boxers. So that means you're obligated to tell people that he's small? That's you doing your job? That's your job right there? He can't move on from his life without you? He can't move on? He can't move on and post on his own page and just worry about his own shit? He can't do that? It has to meet your standards. Now, you said that when you was in a relationship with him, he controlled you. You couldn't make a video. You couldn't speak without this man coming in there and controlling you. That's what you said now. You said, I didn't want this life. He gave me this life. I didn't want this life. Well, you really seem like you want this life. I watched you make countless video after video after video saying you didn't want this life, but you're making videos. So you're using the life he gave you to survive and thrive, but you didn't want the life. But you're still on live every day. You're on live more now than when you were with him. So he wasn't making you go live. Like, You said I get to be the real me now, so this is the real you, right? Right, this is the real you. It ain't about believing what my brother's saying, guys. I'm watching this lady. I'm seeing here, she just went on a little tangent about him being small and didn't have a penis. I know she called me saying she wanted to be with this man. So it's one of those things where it's like, yo, if he's small, well, hell, you was with him. So now I guess it's time to reduce him to a piece of meat, right? Because fuck him, right? Just imagine if he was saying, girl, your ass ain't fat, you ain't nothing, you just saying a whole bunch of negative stuff. You'd be like, well, why was you with her? Girl, you ugly anyway. You ain't really cute. You ugly anyway. You'd be like, well, then why was you with her? You're so derogatory. Your mouth is so nasty. But you said you were a woman of God. There's an interview where you were over there like bragging about how strong your prayer life is and how you've been speaking in tongues since you were a child. But you on here talking about this man's penis, trying to hurt him. Yo, you don't act like no damn Christian, like you know some. You're not who you say you are, and you're putting that on display. Because a person who had a relationship with God or any higher power would not carry themselves like this. You self-sabotage your life as if you don't know no higher power. Let's continue.
Yeah, man.
Where your God at right now? Where's God right now? Where is God right now? What the God that you believe in and that you have all this relationship with right here where you're doing this? He ain't speaking to you saying, girl, chill. Because while you're trying to put him in a hell with your insults, you believe in a real hell, and that's where you're going with this behavior, according to the book you believe in. Think about that. Think about it. Now, do you want to go to hell? Since you believe in hell, do you want to go there? Is hell a place where you want to spend your eternity? Because as much as you say you believe in your God, I think you think that makes you a better person than him, right? Because you clown him for not believing the same way you believe. So you must think that you're superior because you believe in God, right? Well, guess what, man? You're going to be in the same hell as him, the same hell you believe in. Because this behavior right now, your God would put you in hell for it. But you're steady trying to put other people in hell. I'm trying to make his life miserable. I'm trying to make him feel pain. I'm going to bring up how his daughter don't like him. I'm going to talk about his penis. I'm going to show these same text messages I already showed y'all. Why? Because that got a reaction out of him. That made him call me. So let me go back to what I think hurt him in the beginning. But would that get you to heaven? See, I need you to know something. Because people are agreeing with you right now, don't let that fuel you, love. Wide is the way to hell. Didn't they tell you that? So that means it's a lot more people going there. It's a lot more people on that vibe. So because you have this huge crowd that do the same shit you do, so they praise your work. They ain't telling you you're wrong because they do the same shit and worse than you. That don't mean that you're actually good. What you should do is look at how your life is turning out and then look at the things that you've done and say, well, wait a second. That right there got me to lose my husband. Y'all might say I'm happy now. I ain't want his ass anyway, but that made me lose my husband. This broke up my home, so I shouldn't do that no more. This I shouldn't do no more because look at the outcome from that. Not it's people online encouraging me, so it must be right. Let me go in. Yes, sis. Talk about his penis, sis. We knew his penis was small, sis. Tell him, sis. Oh, you want me to say more? Well, let me go to hell through y'all. Let me keep letting these commenters send me to hell via my own actions. And then what are you going to say to God? They got me on here insulting him like my brother had you on there crying because they manipulated you. Is that what you're going to say? That's what you're going to tell God too? You think he going to believe you? You believe in God, right? You're going to tell him it's everybody else's fault you on here doing this. It ain't nobody else's fault but theirs. I didn't do this. God, they got me on here insulting this man because they was telling me that that he said something about me. So that's why I'm on here. They got me on here. You don't got you doing nothing, do you? I'm curious about what you actually do since you give all the credit to all these other things without taking accountability. But you say he don't take accountability. I've heard him apologize. I've seen him apologize a couple of times. I've heard you apologize, but you right back doing the same thing.
Okay, next. Receipts. Queen of fucking receipts should be my name.
What about these receipts? So what about them? What's happening with these receipts? You just getting on here talking. What's happening from them though? What's happening? Just gossip and hearsay. I got more receipts. What's happening from these so-called receipts that ends up not going your way? I don't see really much going your way every time, either time. What are the receipts doing? The shit got threw out yesterday in court. What are the receipts like? We don't need your receipts. We don't need nothing from you anymore. You're good. Your relationship is over. Y'all are separated. Actually, he's already filed the divorce papers. So y'all could just go on y'all way. Why this? Simple question. Why this?
For sure. For sure.
I've said that, Royalty. Both of them had their wrongs. Absolutely. What I'm dealing with is the toxic, the terrorizing, the abusive terrorizing, the emotional terrorizing. This is not what he's doing. He is not destroying his family via rumors and hearsay. That is not what he's doing. He has yet to actually do that. She's the one that's doing that, though.
Even when you was here.
Y'all act like somebody's supposed to actually respond to that stuff the best. Maybe he ain't responding to it the best, but y'all don't have a person like this in y'all life. See, I have a lot of study into it, so she ain't gonna bring the worst out of me. Like, see, I could have got on here and been like, "Oh, you said what? Oh, I'm doing what on the down low? Why, you dirty B? You know what? You a B, and you the one that do that. You do that." And my brother said it ain't even that damn good. Like, I could get on here and just try to say a whole bunch of shit and say it's cause you did that I'm doing this. I'm on here trying to speak some life into her, some knowledge into her. But I'm not. I always say react, don't respond. So again, if you guys would have saw me get on here and say, "Oh, okay. Now since you said that, gloves are off. Let me just come for you. Let me say everything under the sun that can offend you or hurt you. Let me just do this. Let me just do this." Really? Then you could say, "Well, dang, Kevin, you act like me." Somebody said she hurt, Kevin. Yeah, I get that. I'm hurt. Robert hurt. Yes, I posted the video. You know why? Because she was going around saying my brother wanted to kill himself when actually that was her. She went to my brother's house to say, "I want to kill myself." He made a video to try and make it all stop. Okay. He tried to do a video to make it all stop. And then she even judged him for that. So she puts out there that he wants to kill himself. But she said she experienced these type of thoughts. So when you're going through a lot of trauma, when you're going through a lot of pain, sometimes you do think irrationally. But she wants to hold it over his head and say, he said this. But no, you actually said that. You did. He didn't say that. You told me on the live, I wanted to kill myself. But before you told me that, you've been telling everybody that he wanted to kill himself. That is my brother. You better believe that my loyalty is with my brother. You think I'm about to let you try to stir the story up my brother wanted to kill himself and I ain't going to play that? You don't think I'm going to play this video and you already accused my brother of abuse? I want the world to see you want this man back. Absolutely. Because you are here doing something totally different. Am I your enemy? Nah. But I did want the world to see this other side to you that you don't show the world, that you want this man back. Because every time we see you on here, it's shit. But long as we know behind closed doors, you really laying here missing this man. But then when you get up and go live, it's your penis is small. You was never no good to me. You're a deadbeat dad. That's the man you want to be married to? You got this freedom. You exited. You should be happy. You should be on the first thing smoking, not looking back if he was truly as horrible as you say he is. But it seems that you can't do that. You like Lot's wife. Look back and frozen into a pillar of a salty ass motherfucker. Salty as hell. I'm gonna start calling you Lot's wife. Yeah, she was supposed to not look back. Don't look back. Don't look back in the past. She looked back, turned to a pillar of salt. You're so salty. And the shit you salty about is the past. You salty with somebody who you're not even with no more. Y'all listen to these videos that when we was together though. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. You hear that? Listen to these videos when we was together. You're not with him though. Makes no sense. And I see straight through it. And that's why the judge said, get that shit out of here. You ain't got no case. You just keep trying to build cases because you love weaponizing the system. But soon there'll be a crime for that. And you're going to be in jail for that shit. I'm telling you now, that ain't good. Them systems ain't for you to manipulate at your own will just because you don't like what somebody did. If you don't like what the girl did, you calling DSS on the kids. If you don't like what the girl did, you calling the food stamp people. If you don't like what a guy did, you calling the cops on him. And you're going to say whatever you think you can say to get them in trouble. You've proven that. So you can't say, I really thought that I was hurting. I really thought I was going to be hurt. No, you didn't. You maced him. You fighting him. You trying to take the phone from him. You wrestling him for his phone. We wrestling. No, you wrestling. He wouldn't be wrestling if you ain't grab his phone. You fail over and over again to see why you're going through this shit. I don't know no man who can come out of this shit scot-free without saying he did nothing wrong to contribute when somebody doing all of that shit. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you won't let nobody give you one. Yesterday, I called my brother and said, bro, this woman is going through it. I feel sorry for her. She's been manipulated on all turns. She ain't have a fighting chance. What you say about me after that? Oh, I've been doing what on the low? Girl, you won't even let a man feel sorry for you. You won't even let a man feel sorry for you. I tried to give you an alley-hoop. You couldn't even see it to take it. You insulted me with lies and propaganda. Shit you know ain't true. So it just proves you just trying to hurt. Hurt people, they say, right? Misery loves company, they say, right? And you're being a prime example of that. An emotional terrorizer. I'm hurt, therefore I'm going to cause pain. And I'm trying to teach people we don't have to be that way. The thing about it, LaCroria, sorry about that, LaCroria. The thing about this LaCroria Chanel is they tell me I shouldn't speak on it because we brothers, but they speak on it and they ain't even the man brother. They ain't even the woman's sister. They complete strangers and feel like they can speak on it, but I can't speak on it, and that's my actual brother. And the accusation that she said about him, it ain't something that you're just gonna stay out of. That accusation could put him in jail. We're not doing that.
I will always have a relationship with her, so it don't matter. Whatever y'all want to call her ass. Even when you was here, I was the one doing everything, making sure you did homework, making sure you made it to and from school, not him. He didn't keep up with anything.
Look at that post. This is what she said. I didn't manipulate his daughter, right? Look at this. Even when you was here, I was the one doing everything, making sure you did your homework. Why she got to make sure? She 15. Making sure you did your homework. So his daughter should give you points for making sure she done her homework, because I guess she wouldn't have done it on her own, right? Making sure you made it to and from school, not him. Yo, you know how many families where the mother takes their kid to school and not the father? So do the mother think that she taking care of the child and the man ain't? When they married and both putting their money in together to build this life? So you calling your role taking care of, you telling this little 15-year-old girl who don't know no, she don't know no better? He didn't keep up with anything or do anything for y'all. This is what you telling this little girl. And you say, I didn't manipulate her. I didn't manipulate her. Even when you was here, I was the one doing everything, making sure you did homework, making sure you made it to and from school, not him. He didn't keep up with anything or do anything for y'all. Men, for those of you who don't really know what's going on with your kids in school because you're working all the time and you trusting your wife to be able to take your child to and from school, help them with their homework, do all those things, those domestic things at home. Okay, the domestic things that's so much needed. They're more needed than the professional things. Okay, more needed. If you don't know these things, according to Brianna, you're a deadbeat dad. I don't care how much money you provide to the house, so the mother can stay home and be like that with the child, so the mother can be first person to take the child to and from school. None of that matters. You're a deadbeat dad, and you don't deserve a relationship with your daughter because she actually is the one doing everything for your child, sir. It's her. You ain't shit. So what if he was at work? What if he's saying, man, I'm the one who going in here every day and doing this. I'm the one who wake up every morning and go out here and getting injuries and cut and have to drive through traffic and deal with this boss man every day. It's not her. So I'm the one that's mostly taking care of our family, not her. What if they told the child, them clothes on your back? I bought them. Well, mama said she bought it. Mama didn't buy, I bought it. What about them gifts you got? I bought that. I bought everything. I pay for everything. I pay for it. See them cleats on your feet? I bought them. Your mama ain't did shit but just drive. She just drove you to the store. I paid for the car. What if he's telling his child that? The child might go, dang, you right, daddy. So mama ain't nothing. She just stay home with me all day and read to me and make sure I'm doing my work and just take me back and forth to school. But that ain't actually providing for me. Man, your mind is sick. Your mind is sick. So you don't think your home was healthy? You think that you had to tell your daughter-in-law that her own father, you speaking in that. You speaking that death into his child. You speaking that death into that man's little girl. Were you there when she was born? Were you there? Do you feel the feelings in my brother's heart when he see his little girl? He light up, Brianna. He love her. He loves her. And the shit be hurting my feelings so bad when I think about it. Because I know how he calls me. And he'll be like, bro, listen to her sing. She got it, don't she, bro? Tears in his eyes, so happy. Never seen my brother so happy. Never seen it. When I can look on his face and I see that big, pretty smile, he light up. How excited he is about his daughter singing. Man, to see a man live through that, live in that moment, that shit is beautiful. But you telling his daughter this stuff. Now, what if somebody try to get you to see it the other way around? What if somebody's doing that to your child? Just know he loves his baby. He does, man. You're going to make fun of it. Your daughter don't even fuck with you well. He fuck with her the long way. He'd give his life for her. He loves her. Loves her to life. That's what hurts me the most. I cried like a baby when I first watched that video. My brother was like, why are you crying? I'm like, man, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. As much as you love your babies, Brianna, he loves his child. He loves his children. He does. Maybe he don't show it the same as you. But it does not give you a right to speak this death into her like this. You're a grown woman. She trusts you. She looks up to you. Now, you say you have a relationship with God, right? What do you think you're teaching the world? When these little girls look at you behave this way, and they see you go online and say all the stuff you're saying, what do you think you're teaching them? Do you think maybe you could be taking them to hell with you by displaying these type of actions that they'll probably think are okay because you're doing it and probably repeat it? Well, I mean, I know you believe in a real hell, like a place you go when you die, but I don't believe in that. But I believe in the physical hell, like the hell we create around us. And I can tell you that if they take on the things you're doing and repeat them, they will have chaos in their lives. But you believe in an everlasting life after this life that's linked to how you live this life. And you say, I want to be a role model. Is this the model that you want to, is this the role you want to model? Simple question. Like you said, you want to be a model, but it seems that all you got on here and done was showing your ass. And I mean figuratively. Let's go.
Or do anything for y'all. I've seen you being there more than him, being there with my own eyes. Lies, lies, lies that carry on. At this point, they're not making sense. Ever since I moved down there, he haven't even been home, and then try to keep me from going to see my family like he's just the only person in my life. Every time I was around him, I felt trapped, uncomfortable, strange, forced to put on a smile in front of the camera. Do I need to read that again? Do I need to read that again? Every time I was around him, I felt trapped, uncomfortable, strange, forced to put on a smile in front of the camera.
Okay, trapped, uncomfortable, strange. I would have asked her for clarity. Forced to put on a smile in front of the camera is self-explanatory. I would say to her, baby, your daddy's working. Your daddy's just trying to make more content so he can keep taking care of us. That's his thing. That's what he does. You may not want to be on the camera all the time, and let's just talk with him about that. But this doesn't make him a bad person. That doesn't make him a bad person. You see, like when I'm around my brother, he does go live a lot. He get on his camera a lot. And sometimes I can be in my head saying, damn, this man always on the camera. Like always. But listen, y'all, I tell myself that I should be get a little bit more hustle, like upload more content, be more productive in that area. You understand? And I admire my brother for his hustle, that he keeps that stuff. He keeps content. He keeps it coming. Every day you guys wake up, he got something for y'all to see. Okay, family, that takes diligence and it takes consistency. Everybody around you might criticize how hard you work. They might say, dang, all he care about is that. But that shouldn't be a negative thing to you, like you're a bad person. So if I'm around my brother, I won't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and judge my brother because he go live. I just got to know that, hey, when he around, he gonna want to go live. So I'm gonna be dressed and I'll be ready to go. I know that's his thing. But I don't think he don't love me because he live. Like I don't think that has anything to do with that. Like it's like looking for ways to try to say a person's bad when him going live all the time don't make him no bad person. Him filming and doing his content, him working, being a working man like that don't make him no bad person. The people around him that don't want to be on camera might be like, dang, but none of that makes him a bad person. That's really unfair. But I would want to know what she meant by trapped, strange, and uncomfortable. Those sound, I don't know what that means. But let's go.
And this your child? This the child you pretended to be on the internet?
Oh, you think she wrote that herself? She might have, because that's some crazy stuff right there. But let's continue.
This the child you pretended to be on the internet? Huh? That's you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you want to fake and keep posting old shit as if y'all together? Y'all ain't even together. Them old ass pictures, y'all ain't even been together in months. When the abuse happened this recently in October, she was with me, not with you. She wanted to stay with me, not with you. Do I need more receipts, y'all? Since I'm the fucking liar, let's go and get the document of her mama signing her over to me. Let's go. Since I'm such a fucking liar. I'm such a fucking liar. I'm such this bad, horrible person. But yet, your baby mama, Sierra, salute, shout out to Sierra because she went through the same shit I went through with abuse with him. And when she apologized.
Did she? She went through the same stuff you went through with abuse? You mean the abuse you said never happened? And her giving you the Sharia is only to hurt him. And you're only taking the Sharia to hurt him. That's why you're on here talking about it. I'll have your daughter. Look, she don't even want to talk to you. She don't even fuck with you, but you ain't going to be with me. But guess what? Your daughter will be. Why are you rubbing it in?
Because everything you said happened to you definitely happened to me for 6 years. So shout out to the baby mama, Sierra Watkins. Y'all have not seen her video. It's very true. I ain't even opened it yet because I sent her back home with her mom because I felt that was the best in her best interest. Because me getting a TPO on this man, me not trying to deal with him at all. I did not want to deal with the back and forth because I won't have no rights. Or to say if this man wanted to come pick her from school, I don't have no rights as in that factor. So I felt the best thing for her and her safety was to go with her mom. For all the idiots that keep saying, you didn't do anything, you didn't do anything. When he beat her, I did. I protected her. She was screaming for me. She was screaming for me to come save her. I went in there and saved her.
She went in there and saved her. See, like he was in there beating her, and I went in there and saved her. They try to find the worst type of words they can use.
In there and pushed his ass the fuck up out of there. It was me. Me.
All right, family. So that's one video. And I have another I'm going to dive into here for a second. Let's see here.
His image. Let me try to.
Here we go, family. Listen.
Save him again. Let me try to protect him again. I don't want his brand to be done. I don't want people to stop supporting him. I don't want his music to stop being supported. So let me see if I can fix him. And that was what I was doing going forward. And that was all abuse. That's all narcissistic abuse. I was sitting here trying to see how I could still save him, even after everything he did to me.
Now, she says it's narcissistic abuse that causes her to still be trying to save him. It's a narcissistic approach to try and save and fix anyone. Did you know that? And so likely what you're going through is because you also have narcissistic traits. You think you can change someone. You think you can fix someone. You think you can save someone. And you got to be healthier than them to save them, right? You got to be higher up than them to pull them up, right? You got to be more fixed than them to fix them, right? So it's a self-centered, superficial, superiority complex. I'm going to fix them. I'm going to help them. No, if they don't treat me right, I'm getting away from them. I'm going to tell them how I want to be treated. And if they can't do that, I'm getting away from them. You can't fix them. You can't save them. You can't save them. So you can't say they're a narcissist because I'm trying to save them. They may be, but you one too. You don't get it.
Oh, I don't regret it at all because now sitting outside of it, now I'm like, damn, I'm woke now.
Yes.
Now I know that what I had, it was never meant for me to have. And as soon as I started, like you said, with God, as soon as I started focusing on my relationship with God and getting things right.
What she had was never meant for her to have. According to her, what she had was a horrible marriage, where she didn't get attention and she was abused for the 6 years, right? That's what she's saying that she got. What I had, what meant for me. What's that supposed to mean? Because she ain't said nothing good about marriage.
Hey, praying for my marriage,
yeah.
All hell broke loose.
Listen, y'all. Listen to this.
All hell broke loose in my house.
Listen.
Marriage, yeah. All hell broke loose. For me to have. And as soon as I started, like you said, with God, as soon as I started focusing on my relationship with God and getting things right, praying for my marriage, yeah. All hell broke loose.
Soon as I started trying to get right with God, go back to church, all hell broke loose. Brianna, you are the hell that broke loose. See, I'm going to explain it to you because in your mind, it's like all hell broke loose. Something's happening to me. Like he's got me up here crying because he's manipulating me. And these people got me going off on these tangents because they type of stuff in the comments. They got me doing this stuff. Okay, puppet. I'm going to start calling you a puppet because you love to say somebody else's hand in your back. Well, listen, you are the hell that happened to you. You are the hell. It's not all hell started breaking loose. You are the hell that broke loose. I'm going to tell you why. My brother shouldn't have said it, but he said to you, I'm going to go outside the marriage. Now that hurt feelings in you. But hurt feelings don't ruin relationships and marriages. Hurt feelings don't destroy relationships, okay? Actions do. So when your feelings got hurt, here's the hell that broke loose. You saying, give me your phone. Oh, you're going to give me this phone. Oh, you're going to give me your wrestling move. I'm going to get the mace. He has a gun. He has a gun. He broke my finger. He broke my finger. Weeks and weeks and weeks of this. You are the hell that broke loose. You are.
All hell broke loose in my house. Since I started going to church a lot, soon as I've been speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14 years old.
Did y'all hear that? This is the blatant contradiction, okay? Did y'all hear what she just said? Listen, I want to make sure y'all heard it. Somebody type in what she said. Listen, y'all.
I've been speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14 years old.
Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna type it again. I'm gonna say it again. Listen.
In tongues since I was fucking 14 years old. Since I started going to church a lot, soon as
Did y'all hear that? Somebody type what she said. Right here.
I've been speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14 years old.
What did she just say? Somebody type in what she just said. Yeah, y'all want me to mind my business, don't you? Y'all don't want me cracking this shit open. Well, I ain't doing this for her or y'all. I'm doing this for the millions and millions of people who I know need this. And believe me, after every video, they hit me up. My counseling sessions have went through the roof. I'm gonna have to charge more. I do not have the time to give all these counseling sessions to married couples who admit they do this, who want my help. I'm gonna have to charge more. I shut it down until after Christmas because my website is just getting overfilled with people paying for my consultations. What did she just say, y'all? Did you hear it?
As soon as I've been speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14 years old.
Okay, see here. Okay, I see someone tried to type it. You can call me, Miss Beautiful says. She has been speaking in tongues since she was 14 years old. That's not what she said. What she say? That's not what she said. There's a word between was and 14 that she said. Listen to it. Let's go back. Because y'all seem to miss this. This is how y'all don't get nothing when she do it. Y'all don't see it though. Let's do this again. And before I hit play, because I've played it like 6-7 times. And every one of y'all are leaving it out. What exactly did she say verbatim? Because I'm gonna hit play afterwards. I'm gonna wait. I've been speaking in tongues since I was 14 years old. Is that what she said? She's speaking in tongues since age 14. I was going to review this for myself. No. That ain't what she said, Trella. She said something else, Trella. I've been faking since I was 14. No, she didn't say that. You didn't type what she said, Rochelle. I promise you. Okay, let me do it again because y'all leaving out something very important here. Listen.
Speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14 years old.
There you go, Charity. I'm sending you a free shirt. Message me. I am sending you a free shirt from my website, betheevolution.org. Message me. Elise Gibson. There you go. There you go, Keon Mitchell. There y'all go. That ain't funny to y'all? That ain't funny? That's not funny right there? Speaking in tongues is supposed to be a heavenly language. Cussing is supposed to be a hellish language. Have you ever heard this word, this scripture? Good and clean water cannot come out of the same fountain. You cannot serve God and the devil at the same time. Have you guys heard this? That your speech betrays you. Have you ever heard that one? Your speech betrays you. Have you ever heard that one? I've been speaking in tongues since I was fucking 14. Why not just 14? Why? Why fucking 14? She's been cussing since she was 14. 3 babies out of wedlock, but she's been filled with the Holy Spirit. Because in order to speak in tongues, right? Don't the scripture say you must be filled with the Holy Spirit? Born again of the Spirit, right? So doesn't that mean your actions and the way you live your life should be a little different, right? A little bit better? Because you're filled with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is living inside of you. So to earn that, you had to have lived some type of way to get close to God, right? You must be living up to this, right? But no, I still sleep around, fornicate, do whatever while I'm filled with the Spirit. I've been speaking in tongues for 14 years. Here's my problem with this, family. You've been regurgitating tongues for 14 years. I bet every time you do it, it sounds the same because guess what? It's a training that you learn. If you read the Bible yourself, what you've been doing is mumbo jumbo. Did you know that? Let me share some more scripture with you, okay? In the Bible, when it's speaking of speaking in tongues, this heavenly language you talk about, it says you must always have a translator present. Translator. Did you have a translator present when you were speaking in tongues? You didn't, did you? No, you did not. Why does it say you have to have a translator present? Why is that? Because speaking in tongues is not a made-up language that you do on the spot. Speaking in tongues is other people's languages that the tongue user doesn't know at the time, but God is speaking to them, through them, so they can speak to other people of a different language and dialect and understand. Did you know that? So they think the Holy Spirit can be on them with such a degree, they'll speak Spanish unknowingly, not even knowing what Spanish is, and minister to the Hispanic person in the room. And then the translator will be there to express what the person said. This is why you need a translator. It wasn't a made-up language that you just say when you feel good. So all these people in church, listen, you're a Christian, right? Guess what? There are Christians who disagree with you. There are Christians who just simply go by a different denomination who do not agree with speaking in tongues for that reason. But I've been speaking in tongues since I was 14. You talk to some other Christians about that, and they'll tell you, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. You've been deceived. You've been misled. You're only embodying your teachings. It is linked to nothing but you, your mind. I've been speaking in tongues since I was 14 years old. But you on here talking shit about people, calling them gay, calling people penises little. Cussing. The gift of the tongue is other languages, right, Trello? But what do you want for this? What do you want? Do you want a consolation prize because you've been speaking in tongues since you was 14? How does your life express that? How does your life demonstrate that you've been speaking in a heavenly language since you were 14? Girl, you're toxic. Let's go.
When I pray, I can pray. So
when I pray, I can pray. Then why don't you go pray? It sounds like you know the right move. Go talk to God, right? Kevin, you know your stuff. You're good. Thank you so much, because I don't live my life flying by the seat of my pants. Do you understand? Somebody said, this is great content, Kevin. Y'all need to hear it, because so many of y'all are under a spell. When I pray, I pray. You bragging about how good you can pray? So how do you pray? I can pray. What do you mean? What do you mean I can pray? I know how to talk to God. I'm good at it. What do you mean I can pray? You don't look like you have a strong prayer life. Like, it's supposed to, it ain't just because somebody can stand up there in front of a church and go, dear Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today, Father, to beseech you, Father, that you come into the presence and into the hearts of everyone in this building, Father. We ask you, Father, that you weigh in on all the things, Father, that we're going through. And Father, I ask, if it ain't too much to ask, Father, that you bless my neighbor sitting next to me, and bless a neighbor on the left of me too, Father God, because I know we all need blessings. I can pray, can't I, y'all? I can pray. But then when you go out of here, you're going to live like whatever. And this is what your kids see. They see a person who go to church, say they love God, say they're going to do right, jump up, speak in tongues like they really living that shit, and then go home and cuss in the car and act like this in the car. Then when your kids grow up, they're going to say you fake as hell. You sit here with the church and pretended to be a Christian, because this is what happens, yo. This is what karma look like. But you don't look like, you look tight. You don't look like that. You don't look like that. You don't look like no Christian right now. Who do I talk to? Energy. Nah. I meditate. I meditate, family. That's what I do. Now, I will say this. When you are speaking in what you believe is tongues, I won't deny that you're feeling something powerful on the inside of you. I won't deny that. Our people, our ancestors have done that through the history of time. Different cultures have done this, and they don't believe in religion. But they jump, they stomp, they say these words, these chants that don't have nothing to do with English words, because they're speaking from the dopamine and all these different chemicals that created in their body, and they are expressing that. This goes on in many different cultures. So if that's your conduit to tap into your best self, then I wouldn't be necessarily against that, but I would let you know that you ain't talking to no God through that. That's something you can do when you're excited, absolutely. But you ain't talking to no God through that. It's not a heavenly language. I promise you. It's just the facts. So I'm not denying that you are spiritual, that you're probably connected to something at the moment that you do that. But what you think that is, that ain't what it is. So for those of you who speak in tongues, you might say, well, dang, I really be feeling something. I'm not denying what you're feeling. I'm not denying what's happening on the inside of you. But what's coming out of you is not scriptural at all. It's what you've been taught. When you feel chills, when you feel these feelings, this is how you react. Should have bought a Honda. Should have bought a Honda. Right? EGELLOC. That's college backwards, y'all. EGELLOC. EGELLOC. Oh, EGELLOC. Should have bought a Honda. Econo Lodge. Oh, I felt that too. No, I was saying Econo Lodge. I was saying the hotel we're looking for is right there. Oh, okay. I was excited.
I was praying here and praying over him, and I'm speaking in tongues. He's like, "You doing voodoo? What is wrong with you? You're psycho. You're a weirdo."
That's what it is.
The devil's in here getting upset.
Oh, is that what it is? So if someone doesn't like you speaking in tongues over them because they don't believe in that, that's the devil in them. So you can't hear somebody say, I don't like that. That's weird to me. I don't get with that. So what about all the Protestants who don't believe in that? I guess they got the devil in them, right? See, I guess you're probably what, Baptist? You're Baptist, is that what you are? Because Baptists believe highly in speaking tongues, right? I grew up in a Baptist church. You understand? They even tried to get me up there and try to get me to speak in tongues. I wanted to. But they told me you got to first start moving your mouth. You got to, by faith, start doing it first. Then God will take over. I said, man, no. If I do that, trust me, God did that. Do you understand? If I did, it ain't going to have nothing to do with that. They said you lack faith. Because I refuse to start tongues off. Like I'm supposed to sit there and be like, Shadamada. Oh, it's working. Man, come on, man. An all-powerful God needs a secret language to keep it from the devil. Man, stop. The devil, same devil you talking about, he put in hell, right? But anyway, let's continue. He didn't like it. He didn't like that. So you could have said, baby, I don't mean no harm by that. That's how I feel when I'm getting close to God. Well, that don't work for me. That throws me off. That throws my spirit off. I ain't used to that. Well, you were the devil because you didn't like me speaking in tongues. Right. So you and this guy right here is going to assert that my brother was demonic possessed. But what are you doing? Like, I think demonic possession should result in you doing something that can say you were possessed, right? Not just not liking that. It makes no sense, y'all. Using your religion to sit here and torment somebody. Well, I believe in this, so I should be able to pray like this and all of this. Yo, you sound crazy. I don't like that. You sound weird. What's all that noise? That's him torturing you. Now, he probably could have, if he said it like that, he could have said it a lot nicer. You know, baby, I don't like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I was raised to not do that. I don't see the point in that. Can you just pray over me normally? Listen, man, I've seen this, yo. At my church, they believed heavily in that. You see what I'm saying? All that shit is man-made. Absolutely, Rashawn. But she holds this over his head. She want him to stay sleep with her. She say she woke now, but she's still out here on this shit. You're trying to force this person to come along with you and believe what you believe. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. And that's what people don't understand is when you definitely start to tap in with your spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's never going away.
Nope.
When you tap into that and go to him, he's going to give it to you whether you want it or not.
That's why they say be careful what you pray for. You're saying, God, please reveal everybody that's not for me, and then you start wondering why these people falling out your life.
Right.
Because you ask God to show who it is.
Right.
Remove them.
And a lot of people don't know that. Like, you know, I think, you know, we pray, and you know that's a whole other topic, but you know, we have to be as transparent with God as we are with flesh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so with you being able to, but see, that's the thing, man, for you to be able to do that, Brianna, like, you know what I'm saying? You got kids together, you know what I'm saying, you got business, you got all that, for you to be able to say, hey, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. That is not no, you know what I'm saying? Like the skits and all this, but it's like, no, man, this is real.
Yeah. And even through all of that, I was still a real woman and apologized for exposing my life to the world. I apologized to him, even though he done bashed and did everything. I'm like, damn, what more?
See, a narcissist would normally say, you're doing exactly what they're doing. She said, I apologize to him, even though he done bashed and did everything. If he bashed, you certainly did bash also, and you apologize to him, but yet you're still doing it. I'm a real woman because I said sorry. I'm a real woman because I said sorry. Wait a second, time out. I heard him say sorry a couple times. Is he a real man? I watched him sitting right beside you and say, I shouldn't have put you through that. I shouldn't have said that. I was wrong. And you just go, okay. Well, is there anything you want to say to me? What you mean? What you mean? Like me hitting you? Like you calling the police? Like nothing. You don't want to say nothing about none of that? I didn't want to be on live in the first place. You put me on live in the first place. All right. I guess that's how the story goes. Let's continue.
For the world wants me, now y'all mad at me for apologizing and standing in my truth and saying, you know what? It wasn't just one party, it was two parties. That's a real ass woman. Make us a status publicly to address him to the world and apologize for my part on bashing him to the world.
But they call that toxic now.
Yes.
They call what toxic? Apologizing or bashing him to the world? This dude is on here just trying to say anything. I guess that's the only way to keep on the line, though. Because if he say he disagree with it, she definitely get up off here and then make a video about him and call him gay. but right here, he said they call that toxic. I guess they call that toxic, huh? What, apologizing? Nobody's calling you apologizing toxic. Nobody is.
To the world.
But they call that toxic now.
Yes. You can't apologize. What you apologizing for?
No, what you doing that for? They're not saying you toxic for apologizing. They're saying you toxic for the behavior that you're apologizing for. Nobody said apologizing is toxic, but that's what y'all gonna do? Straw man? Well, are you guys just now coming on saying your brother's never in the wrong? I've spoken on what my brother did wrong. And if something else happens, I'll speak on it again. I've constantly been saying, both of y'all wrong, both of y'all wrong, both of y'all wrong. But he's not on here doing this. I'm watching her video. Y'all do realize that, right? And listen, if my brother had literally been physically abusing her, I wouldn't be asking her, what you do wrong with that situation? If her life was at risk through what this man did to her, if I ask him, yo, why'd you do all of that? He go, she neglected me. She wouldn't be attentive to me. So you hit her? So you abused her? Yeah, what you mean? I would not be saying, yo, she did you wrong. No, you've done the ultimate. The things that you have done is worse. It's way worse. So you want me to say, what did you do wrong to contribute to this woman going online to try and ruin your name, calling the cops? What did you do wrong to make her get on here and call you shrimp dick? What did you do wrong to make this woman get up here and publicly humiliate you online? Well, I can tell you this. Many women have been through what you've been through, had a husband that they didn't feel like was attentive, had a husband they felt like wasn't doing this and doing that. People have complaints. People have complaints about their partner. Do they act like this, though? Damn, that's what's toxic. No, he haven't. When he do that? Show me the video, Red Diamond. I ain't seen him on here one time going in on her like you be. You this, you did this, you suck, you stink. I ain't seen nothing like that. I've seen him try and defend himself or be catty, which I don't agree with. I've called him several times. Yo, don't be catty. That's only going to fuel the situation. You're only fueling the situation. You're fueling the situation. Give you guys an example, okay? Let me continue this first.
To close that chapter to my life. Right. I wanted to move on, forgive him, because I know you're never going to get.
She wanted to move on and close that chapter of her life, but she just made videos talking about him. You're not trying to close this chapter.
How did you? Nobody's going to ever put me in.
That's not how it works.
For 6 years, I was abusive. No man gonna do that. Ain't no man.
Is a woman gonna say for 6 years I was abusive? Is a woman gonna say that? And if ain't no man gonna say that, you should probably stop trying to make him say it and punish him into saying it. You should probably just say, okay, look, if they don't believe me, they don't believe me. I know what I went through. Let me just leave this shit alone and go manifest a better reality, because I can't make the people believe me. I done played the videos. I done did whatever. I done replayed the videos. I done did whatever. I done replayed the videos. I done did whatever.
Ain't no man coming out here saying, yeah, I did that. I did. Well, who guilty you know being honest? Nobody. They gonna go straight to the grave with that.
And that's the thing. Just because you don't put everything out there, they're like, oh, you know, all this abuse you're saying, we didn't see it every time. No,
Right.
we're not. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we grown, we are people too.
We said we didn't see this abuse every time. No, we said the situation you named is not abuse. You were the aggressor in that. You may not like what went on. He might not be innocent in it, but you were the physical aggressor. So both of you guys were wrong, but you were the physical aggressor. But he beat me for 6 years. You'll tell us about those times. Oh, actually, no, I didn't say he beat me for 6 years. I said that he was verbally abusive. I mean, he never kicked me down the steps and slit my wrist and drowned me. He never did none of that. Wait, yeah, I never intended on none of y'all to think he was a physical abuser. Like, my fans did that. They made that shit up. I don't even know how they got the idea that he was a physical abuser. I don't know. That's what you do. You did that to your fans. They all can see you lying. They looking at you. It's like they see you. Like, even right now, you've done a pretty good job, I think, of trying to hurt my brother's reputation and making yourself look innocent. But when you wanted my husband back, wanted your husband back, wanted my brother back, he said no. He said, because I know who I'm dealing with, and I know I'll only get the same thing. Yes, she apologizing. Don't let her trick you, Kevin. She sounds really like she's trying to change, but she ain't. Trust me. So guess what? You convinced the world that you ain't that bad. But to the person who saw you do all of that, you can't convince him. You see, you can't trick him. He see you. So you can't trick God. You can't play on God. God knows my heart because God is you. So the husband that you misbehaving in front of, you can try and go tell the world he bad, but he see you. To the wife, you can go try and convince everybody else that your wife is horrible, but she live in the house with you. She see you. Who you think you tricking? Shit crazy. You would treat the person wrong that you love when they see it. They're experiencing what you're doing. But then you would go tell other people you treated them good and expect that to make your relationship better. It don't. Only treating them good will do it. You're doing it wrong. Let's go.
You know, you're trying to, you know what I mean? You're trying to protect your husband and all that stuff. At some point, it got to give.
Enough. When people don't change, enough is enough. Even with that interview that they did with Tasha K, and she seen who he really was, that's how it was in counseling. When people say, oh, well, he said that the counselor always agreed with him. Well, you seen the interview with Tasha K, the second one. She couldn't even talk. That's how it was when it wasn't going his way and it don't agree. I'm like, every time. So that's why I was like, God told me to be quiet and he will reveal, and that's exactly what it is.
So Tasha K's couple of hours with my brother. You think that is any indication that means he's doing what you said he was doing, or that they don't like him as a person, or feel like he was overly indulged in his phone? What do you think that means, that Tasha K said something different to him? What do you think that means? And you said God in your prayer, because you know you pray better than everybody. You're real good at praying. Whenever you prayed, you said God told you, peace, be still, and I'm going to reveal all, right? But you didn't peace, be still. You didn't sit down and be quiet like God told you to, right? You made another video saying that he had a small penis. So God is revealing. He told you to be quiet and he'll reveal. But he's revealing that you are the chaotic one. So after Tasha K got on there and said, I meant to ask you what you did wrong. I meant to ask you what you contributed to it. In hindsight, looking back at it, what can you say you could have done better? What can you say you did wrong in hindsight? Well, my assistant said you was in your phone a lot. You seem really self-centered. You really seem dug in, but I get that that's how you make your money, which I ain't hating on, but which he met her in a business format. So she only met him in a business format. That's like telling a worker he overworking while he at work. Yo, if you go into work and you at work and you working your ass off and your boss come up to you and say, man, how's your family life? Because you really been dialed in here. My wife ain't sitting around me. My wife ain't here with me. I'm at work. I work at work. So they can't use that as an indication to know how he is as a husband. But you're going to try to build off of that. Tasha K could see it through him. She could see through him. Really? That's cap. But you didn't stay silent. You could have stayed silent and just said, I'll let that be the last video, Tasha K saying that, and we good. But that ain't it. No, that ain't it.
Boy, it may not be what you want, but it's what you need. Yeah. He gives you what you need, not what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need. I'm telling you what you need to hear. And everything that I've said, trust me, you need to hear. Your fans ain't telling you this. And I guarantee you your family members are not saying it because all they're doing is fueling you.
But so if you wasn't, we're gonna jump back.
She does the opposite every time. But she wants to convince y'all that she's a good woman, a good person. Look at the actions and tell me, do a good person do this?
Doing that, modeling,
Now, let's see this video. Hang on. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Have to scroll a little bit with my brother. He stayed working. He stayed busy. That might be too far back though. Might be treating him right. Hang on. No, I'm probably past it already because I was already on this video. Let's see here. We're going to get to it. Probably should just go to YouTube. I know all these videos will pop up. They do. They see them every time. Let me just go to YouTube and try to find this video, y'all. Sorry about that. It's that recent video of her throwing his clothes on the floor. Where that video at? And if I wasn't looking for this video, family, it would show up. Here it is.
What's up, everybody? We back. Damn.
I want to get from somebody who ain't talking on it. Hang on, let's see here. I'm already going to talk of it. We don't need both of us talking on it. Where the hell at? Let me just go back to my brother page. Hang tight, y'all. Please just hang tight. I'm going to find it. I'm kind of like scared they keep doing that. I feel like that's going to be just a long. I know what'll be on here. Man, I'm typing brother's name. That's crazy. There we go.
She was angry because I refused to adopt her kids.
You see, all this is because I won't do some type of adoption. I see you keep praising all these men that do adoption. I'm not doing adoption so you can take all my money. I'm not doing that. No, they ain't. You don't do shit.
No, he don't do nothing. And that's why you mad.
Now, bro.
That's why you mad.
So I'm gonna tell you something, bro. While you see her doing the negative behavior, of course, she wanted you to adopt the children. You didn't want to do that, and she feels that it's necessary to now punish you. This is what an emotional terrorizer will do. She didn't get her way, so now she's going to try and make you pay for it. I call that punitive treatment. Guys, look these words up, okay? Now, what I'm going to say here, bro, is the way you handled this was not how you should handle this when dealing with an emotional terrorizer. So I'm going to have to say you were wrong. I'm going to show you, okay? Now, I know you're looking at what she's doing and you see her throwing your clothes on the floor, but I'm going to show you why you are wrong here. Now, just hear me out. Watch this.
Angry because I refuse to adopt her kids.
You see, all this is because I don't do some type of adoption.
So listen at the things that you're saying, okay, bro? I call this fuel to the fire. And I know that's a term you've always heard, but just think about that, okay? Fuel to the fire. This person's already upset. What you should be saying is things that can kind of diffuse the bomb, diffuse the situation. And I know you're not an expert hostage negotiator, and that's how an emotional terrorist can make you feel. So in the moment, you're trying to, this is your way of trying to talk them out of it, but it only incites them. I'm telling you, it's fuel to the fire. So I want you to listen at the things that you're saying, and I might suggest some other things that you could say, okay? So even though she's irrationally upset, she's doing something that makes no sense, throwing your clothes on the floor. What is that? It's not going to get the kids adopted. You've already said no, but now it's let me try and do something to leverage this, right? I don't like how I feel right now. And she don't know how to behave in those moments, clearly. And you have to deal with that because you chose her, right? That's your wife. So let me just show you something. Listen.
I see you keep praising all these men that do adoption. I'm not doing adoption so you can take all my money. I'm not.
See right there, I'm not doing adoption so just so you can take all my money. Shouldn't have never said that. Don't say things like that. That you can't tell a person why they want you to do adoption. That's insulting. You understand? So just say why you don't want to do adoption and leave it at that. Anything else you say would be fueling them. You see what I'm saying? So you're seeing her throw all your stuff out, but you're like, yo, you praising all these men for adoption. I'm not doing no adoption. I'm not doing no adoption with you so you can take all my money. Not good to say. Okay, so this is both of you in this instance, even though you're recording her. Now let's continue.
I'm not doing that. No, they ain't. He don't do shit. No, he don't do nothing. And that's why you mad. That's why you mad. No, he don't do
now
nothing.
Her telling you her ex do more than you. Say he do more than you, when you sitting here, these kids live with you. Okay? You know you take care of those kids. You know what you're doing behind those kids. You know if somebody break in that house, you're gonna be the one to die for him. He ain't even in the vicinity right now. But she's gonna fix her mouth to say he do more than you. So hey, look, y'all going at it. This is y'all emotionally going at it and destroying each other. I swear to God. Okay? Listen.
Nothing. That's why you mad. That man married somebody else. That's why you so busted and disgusted right now.
Should have never said that, bro. That's damaging, emotionally damaging, mentally damaging. I know what she's doing right now is also damaging. You watching this woman you love throw your clothes on the floor. Like she's gonna do something to destroy your clothing. I know the feelings that you're feeling right now, but when you're feeling those feelings, saying those things only incite the person to doing even worse to you. So in these moments, it's like, baby, you're not thinking clearly. This is not the way to handle this. We can talk about this. Like you should be on camera saying things like that. We can talk. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that person don't deserve that. They grown. Why I got to sit there and do all of that? Because you married her. You're the leader. You are the authority figure in your family. And you got to set the example. No, she's not always right. But when she's wrong, you don't become wrong with her. You understand? Don't get led in your emotions, because when you do that, you lose. And right now, you're emotional with her. Both of you guys are upset and you're speaking out of your anger. So it's going to do nothing but escalate, because what you focus on expands. If all y'all saying is negativity towards each other, the situation breaks down and breaks down and breaks down. Let's continue.
Yeah. Trying to look like her. Yeah. Want your stomach her size for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. How you know?
Wow. So and that bruh shouldn't say that. You want your stomach the same size as hers for some. I know you probably like, I'm tired of seeing my wife not think she's beautiful enough. What I say don't matter. She's trying to look like some other woman. You feeling like she's wanting to be with the ex, or maybe you're just saying that to her in your anger. You shouldn't be that way. If you felt like she wanted that man, you shouldn't even be with her. That ain't even something you should tease about. I get it, you're upset, but I wouldn't even tease about that, man. You want this other man, you even trying to look like his girl. I wouldn't even tease about that, but let's continue. And then Brianna responded with, no, she fat. Like, the man, you shouldn't insult somebody just because somebody else said something. I done seen people, I'm gonna go get my cousin. Go get your BA cousin. I'll beat his A2. The cousin never said a word. You're not gonna get me to talking about another individual who wasn't there. I'm gonna go get my brother. Okay, I'll be here. I ain't gonna say, go get your brother. I'll beat him I'll beat him with you. He gonna go to his brother and say, guess what he said about you? Ain't no need for that. The brother ain't even there. So you call this lady fat. She takes care of your kids, man. When she comes to see when the children come to see their daddy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really are in a poly situation because both y'all have kids together and y'all married again. Y'all poly. That's your sister wife you're talking about, really? That's your children's other mother. You calling her fat?
You watch all this stuff? You watching all this stuff? None of that is that's just making you look great.
Throwing things he paid for, disrespecting the man's money, his belongings, throwing his stuff. I don't care what happened to it. Fuck him. This is so disrespectful, family. He's doing good. My brother's doing very good to stay here and keep his composure, but the things you're saying isn't good. So you're doing better than her by your behavior, but the things you're saying is probably contributing to her behavior, but I don't even really want to say that, bro. Like, I don't know if there's much you could say in this situation to bring her down. I just would like to hear you be trying to bring her down rather than contribute to it. You understand? Let's go.
Crazy. Let's go. Let's keep it coming. Yeah. I'll let that stuff sit there.
Look at all these clothes.
Yeah. I'll let that stuff sit there. And if it get burnt up, then that's
Now see right here, when you pretend to not care about what they're doing, I don't care, do it. I don't care. This person is looking for an emotional trigger in you. They're looking for you to show signs of caring. They're looking for you to show that you are not completely a robot. And yes, it's definitely harsh in the way they're going about it. But when you be like, I don't care. I've seen it when men or women get so frustrated with each other, they about to end the relationship, and you be like, you know what, it's over. And the person just be like, well, it's over then. Well, you think that when you tell the person, yo, it's over, when you're at your wit's end. So now you like, yo, well, then it's over then. Forget it. If you're gonna act like this, then I don't want to be with you no more. Yeah, you at your wit's end when you say it, and you believe your partner's supposed to go, well, wait a second. I don't want to lose you now. Like, let's calm down. Let's talk about this. I don't want to lose you. But instead they go, so bump that. You think you something special? And if you stay together after that, you start to feel like, man, I could be with this person or not. They wouldn't care. Like, shit, at my worst, I was about to break up and they still said so. They didn't care. So the pretending that it don't bother you don't really work. It's better to just be honest. Like, I don't like what you're doing right now. These are my clothes. I work hard to pay for these. You're being disrespectful by putting another person's belongings out on the ground like this. And just because you don't like what a person said or did does not give you a right to destroy their things. That's not right. Does not give you a right to do anything with their things or try and emotionally leverage them or punish them in any way. That's not right. And as a man, you should just teach in those moments. Let's go.
It's $1,000 you're going to have to pay. Oh, yeah.
So you're telling her the consequences. You're trying to bring her back into reality. That's $1,000 you're going to have to pay if you do this. You shouldn't really have somebody in your life who you got to remind of the consequences all the time. So I'm very thankful that you're out of this type of relationship, bro, because I know it can be very tiring to always try and keep somebody in line by telling them the consequences, and they call that control. And you can actually see they're very chaotic to their own life and would have been self-sabotaged if you weren't there to really protect them from themselves. But in this situation, now you're not with her, and whatever happens to her is going to be at her own hands. You just got to say, right there, you're trying to talk her out of it by trying to tell her all the damages and the money that she's going to have to pay. Now, no, you ain't got to tell her nothing. You don't have to protect her. You don't got to talk her out of what she's doing. Let this woman bury herself with her own behaviors and actions, because the universe is the greatest teacher, man. But let's continue.
Believe that. Keep them coming. Let's go. Stack it out here.
See, keep it coming. I want more. See, you focus on what you want to expand. If you did not want this, you wouldn't be asking for it. So if you really truly wanted her to put those clothes up, manifestation looks like, I need you to put the clothes up. I need you to stop what you're doing right now. I need you to stop what you're doing right now and put those clothes back where you got them, Brianna. You're behaving emotionally. I'm not going to change my mind, but this is no way to behave. Now, if you want to sit down and talk about it, we can, but this is no way to handle it.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that.
Man, you ask a person to sit here, and then, bro, I ain't sitting here trying to be hard on you because I'm telling you now, it'd be difficult for most of these people on this line, on this live, including me, to be able to behave perfectly under duress like that. So I'm telling you, I can't say I'm necessarily better than you, because I can say I probably would have failed even worse in certain situations than you did. So a lot of times I've heard her say something to you, and I'd be thinking, dang, bro, you was able to take that, and that's all you said or did. That's amazing. You know, like the argument whenever she's on you about your religion, and you was like, yo, shut the F up. And she was like, no, you shut the F up. Man, I don't know how I could have responded in that situation. I would have ended my relationship right then. I'd have broke up with that woman. We wouldn't have been together at all. So you definitely have more patience than me in that regard. But I don't love nobody that much to be sitting there and let them do me like that. I refuse to talk to my wives like that, and I ain't gonna let them talk to me that way. I love myself too much, man. I love myself to treat people too much, treat people that way, and I love myself too much to allow people to treat me that way. Okay. Let's see. One of my brother's video where he posted that recording. Bro, it's like a lot of stuff is off your page. What day was that one? 4 days ago? No, you posted that yeah, I swear I was just on your page and saw that video. That is crazy, man. Hang on, let me look on YouTube again.
Because if anything else gets said, I got an onslaught of videos that proves everything.
And her mama pressured her. He lying, saying that, oh, we told her what to say. No, these are the receipts right here. I got nothing. It's because you and Amora don't deserve this.
Ever without standing right there around me, that's a lie.
Oh, do you know from social media? And he gave her the number. Even when my dad used to be like, oh,
You've been married to me. You've been married.
She did.
So you can tell how I be feeling. Like I be like, I don't even want to be around you at times because you're looking like the same repulsive body that Wally is.
I'm not looking like nothing.
I'm watching you say that stuff.
What happened to me is what fucking happened to me. Now, when it comes to this situation,
He said you looking like a liar, like the same type of liar that Walt is. I ain't looking like nothing. I'm saying the same thing that happened to me. No, he's talking about the stuff you repeated that you saying Walt said. But see how she jumps around? This will piss a man off. Because he know he ain't just said all of that. He ain't just say that.
the only receipt I got is my daddy telling my whole family this shit. So I thought that he was telling the fucking truth. Now that's only one lie.
So this is how he manipulated her, she says. Her backing out of it is him manipulating her. He had me on there crying, and he manipulated me into thinking my daddy lied. This is you backing out and putting it on your daddy and saying your daddy said it just to get out of it and not to be accountable for it.
Your dad ain't the only one saying it because it's a fucking text message showing it like the Sharia said it.
She did.
So she heard Rob say the same shit.
Because she was around when my daddy said that shit.
So Brianna says herself that the Sharia was around when her daddy said that shit. But she just posted a video saying, look what she said about Robert. Look. But she heard the same, she didn't hear it from him. She heard it from another person, and you telling me that y'all didn't manipulate his daughter. You guys can watch this video and say, well, dang, all y'all using online to get back at each other or to talk. Well, it's kind of been put online. This is what happens when you make your shit public. What you want me to do, call her and try to talk to her on the phone? That's what y'all want. Y'all don't want to hear this shit? Then why is it, how many people on this damn live, those criticizing me? Why is it 1,000 people on this damn live? If y'all don't want to hear this shit. I'm listening, but I'm criticizing it. Y'all get on my nerves.
So your dad really saying that I sound
right there.
So it seems that my brother's having a hard time believing that Walt said it. Not that he's manipulating you into thinking your daddy lying. He's saying, you telling me Walt really said that? Yeah, he said that. Now he know if he told Walt that. So now he starts to go, okay, so if I told Walt that, then why didn't Walt say something else or do something different? If a person really gonna sit here and say something happened, then how did they act when it happened? Yes, I'm recording. If she called me again, I'm recording. And she should be recording me too. When it's war, family, that's exactly what has to happen. When people lying and people are fabricating, you got to protect yourself. So you got to record them. If I had told y'all this happened, you wouldn't have believed me. Somebody said, don't call her, Kevin. She's going to put a restraining order on you. Absolutely. She'll say, I called her and tried to get with her or something.
How you daddy put him on three-way?
He on the plane. I'm just waiting till he get off.
So how you gonna fix this?
I don't fucking know.
This is crazy. How you gonna fix this? Yeah, how you gonna fix the thing that you created, right? Like, how you gonna fix that? Because you went online and took something that you say your daddy told you and told the world that as if it was true. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. This is crazy. You the hell that broke loose. It's you. Let's go.
Can't believe myself.
You've been married to me. You've been married.
That shit is fucking crazy. No, because I would have never said nothing like that about you.
I would have never said nothing like that about you. But I damn sure spread it without asking you about it. Do you see what I'm saying? This person's lying. They're lying, yo. I would have never said that about you. But somebody told me that, so that's why I said that about you. I would have never said that about you. He's talking to you about saying that about him. You see this, y'all? I would have never said that about you. But he's talking to you because you said that about him. Didn't you say that about him? I wouldn't have made it up about you. Oh, okay. You said it. You saying somebody else made it up. That's unsubstantiated. So I'm thinking that you said it. Like, if you thought that was so egregious when you heard it and so crazy, why didn't you just say, now listen, bro, this was 3 months ago. This ain't after all the debacle. So, and you couldn't have asked him about this? So it was 3 months ago. You ain't asked him nothing about this. You still coming home talking about, I ain't giving you no love, F you, to a man that said he gonna off you? Come on, man, you gotta, come on. Let's go.
But my daddy told me that shit. So that's so fucked up. Like,
so even right here, you haven't even checked with your daddy yet to see if he really lied. And you're already ready to tell Robert, that's so fucked up what my daddy did to you, which tells me he ain't did that. You're lying on him. And I hear a lot of texting in the background. You're probably texting him trying to get him to get his words straight because he'll do any and everything that you said. He's already said that. Anything you want me to say, I'll say. So you're going to puppeteer any and everybody you can to try and bring down my brother. Even your ex. It's probably in his best interest to do whatever you're saying because you'll probably try to wedge the damn relationship with his kids. She even allowed her own daddy in front of him. You know, I watched the video of her, the video where she was talking about wearing pink, and the daddy was on the phone with China. He says, I'm on the phone with China. I don't know how that's possible. Be on the phone with all of China. But he's like, you know, these phone calls is hard to get through. Nah, but I still want you to see this real quick, daddy. What does this mean? WAP. She want him to see wet ass pussy while he on the phone trying to talk to somebody from China. He's telling her, give me a minute. Let me get off the phone with China. No. Still look at this. No respect for the man. No respect. No respect at all. And this is a grown person in their 30s. I want an all pink room. I want an all pink room. Pink. While the daddy's behind her, well, you can get the pink room, baby. You can get the pink room if you want it. You get it what you want it. Sir, she's 30-something. She's 30-something, sir. Let's continue.
Married to me for 6 years. You know I'm not that type of dude. You know I would never do that.
Even when my dad used to be like, oh, I went out with him and he be entertaining women and he get their numbers. I never brought that to you. I ain't never say nothing.
That was even a lie. See, that's a lie. Yeah.
So he would go out with your daddy and be entertaining other women and getting their numbers right in front of your daddy. I'm going to tell you something. If he did that and your daddy sat there and let him do that without confronting him, it ain't even about going back to you and telling you shit. I would have checked him on that. You understand? He came back and told on him. I'd have told my son-in-law, that is dishonesty. And you're going to destroy your home if you sit here and do that. You know she trusts you. And this is how you behave when you out. And I'm her father, and you'll do it in front of me. So I can only imagine how you act when you out with your friends. You don't act very much like a married man at all. And I can tell you this from experience. If you keep carrying yourself like that, you won't have a relationship. And I'm telling my daughter.
And I knew that. That's why I didn't come to you about him. Just like my dad's just old, he's just fucking making up shit, blah, blah, blah. But when it came to this one, I was like,
so you said he making up shit. You said daddy be making up shit. You said that.
What? Like, this is something deep. Like, this is bigger than you telling me, oh, yeah, we went to such and such, Robert got somebody's number. And you try to play it off like, oh, do you know him from social media? And he gave her the number. This is totally fucking different. And I ain't never come.
So again, she says it's a very big deal. Like, I wouldn't tell a lie like that, but you would spread a lie like that. So just imagine this, family. When somebody walks up to you and say, guess what I heard about you? Now, you haven't heard this rumor. You've been perfectly fine, right? This happened to me one time. I was out of work for a week, took a week off of work, go on vacation. Come back from my week's vacation. Somebody walked up to me wanting to tell me what somebody said about me when I wasn't there. Let me tell you what somebody said about you. The first thing I asked them was this. Do you believe it? No. Does it sound true about me? No. So then why would you bring me the knife that somebody tried to stab me with and then put it in my belly? Why? I never heard it. I never heard the lie of the rumor. I'm not hurt by it. I'm not offended by it. I'm not upset by it. But you think I should hear it. Why? So I could be upset by it and hurt by it? Why are you telling me? I don't care what that person lying about. Don't bring it to me. Let me tell you what such and such said. That thing that they about to tell you about to ruin your day. Who's the bearer of bad news? But don't shoot the messenger.
About it. Every time y'all went somewhere, my daddy always said you was getting bitches' numbers.
She called women bitches. You hear that? You was getting bitches' numbers. This woman got a dirty mouth. She's trying to throw dirt on Walt. She want him to be mad at Walt. Now she's trying to dump more dirt on Walt. So she's on the video now after this saying, he trying to convince me that my daddy lying. You're trying to convince him your daddy's a liar. You're telling him all those times you didn't believe him. He was just starting shit. This is what you're saying about your own daddy. Let me guess, I'm talking shit. Kevin, since my name in your mouth, you can go right.
I kept telling my dad, well, maybe it's because he want to do skits with you.
But I ain't gonna respond to nothing that you said with logic. It's just gonna be more insults. You spent 3 hours talking, but I ain't gonna talk about nothing you said. I'm just gonna say you gay.
Skits would be the only reason why. Skits would be the only reason why. But no, I never went to nobody and got their numbers. Never gave nobody my numbers ever. With Walt standing right there around me. That's a lie. That's the case. Why they ain't never called my phone?
Mind you, he could have said, so you went and spreaded this shit. You went and said some shit that this man just told you and believed it. Like you put that shit out there that I would hurt you and hurt myself. You did all of that. But he ain't doing that. He ain't even doing that.
My phone is always right there with me. You had access to it, so you would have seen some shit like that. Somebody would have texted something.
Why I never came to you about it, Robert. I never came to you about that shit. I never said nothing to you about it. Because I knew that shit wasn't true.
She knew that wasn't true. The thing her father was telling her that was true, he was saying was true, she knew wasn't true, to the point where she didn't even ask him about it. But he trying to convince her that her dad is a liar, or are you trying to convince him your dad is a liar? Let's go.
Hey man, she crazy.
You can't play me, yo. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm gonna tell you right now, Brianna, the last person you want is me on your ass. Pause. I could do a documentary on you. I really could. It ain't even just recent. I've been teaching about this shit for years, and you're displaying every bit of it. I got enough clips from you to do a documentary on the thing I've been teaching forever, and I do this for a living. It's what I do, and I didn't do it. The month that you started all this shit, I made more money than I ever made my whole time on social media, and still did not run with that. I left so much money on the table. This is what I do. It's a hot topic. It clearly talks about the things that I'm talking about that I teach. Kevin used this video, but I didn't. Out of respect for my brother and you, I left it alone. I watched you and my sister go at it. I watched you and my brother go at it, and I didn't say a word for the longest. I made a video where you said my brother didn't abuse you. I'm smoking a cigar, and I'm excited about it, right? He's innocent. I'm glad to see that the truth came out, right? I didn't speak for weeks after that. Weeks. But I could have been taking all these videos like every other content creator and making all types of stuff to them. So don't say, Kevin, you clout chasing. If I wanted to build my brand off of you, I could have, yo. I really could have. Tamika said, we know. Yeah, y'all was asking for those videos. When you gonna break those videos down, do those videos? I like what you said so much so far. It helps me in my life. And I still didn't use your content. Use the content that you put out. But you put out a buttload of it. Even your skits can be used to display this negative behavior. But you say those are skits. But this is you in reality, and it's very similar. So it looks like you download your true self whenever you do these skits, but you say the skit is just a skit. You do this in real life. It feels like a skit. That's why everybody thought it was a skit. Thank you, Kizzy. You sure did, Kevin. You stayed in your lane the whole time. Yes, I did. Only spoke on the allegations about abuse. That's it.
Family, uncles, everybody. Robert did not say that.
And here's my thing. I'm just going to say this. Try me. Okay? Try me. I will make a documentary on you. I will take all these videos, and before you know it, they'll be getting millions of views, and the whole world will know about you. They will call women who behave like you a Brianna. That's what they will call them. Don't be a Brianna. Don't be a Brianna. I will coin your name. I will coin there will be a coin on your name. It'll be a phrase that people call women to hurt their feelings, to conceptualize their behavior. They'll say, yo, she's a Brianna. And then everybody will instantly know, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. She the type to ruin your life. She the type to be an emotional terrorizer. She the type that even though you come in and you take care of her and her children, you won't get no credit for it on the back end, and it'll all blow up in your face. She's the type you don't marry.
Well, I'm sure they know all that. Yeah. Ain't no secret. Pretty sure all of them know all that.
That ain't how they making it seem on my line. You ain't calling me real concerned. Saying
whose family? Your personal family, Brianna? Because they all actually say you're a liar. Your sisters and everybody. They all call you liars. That's why none of them have spoke up on your behalf. Like your real family have not spoke up on your behalf. They actually don't like you. They actually don't like you at all, which is crazy. His real brothers and sisters is speaking up for him. You have friends speaking up for you because you've already burnt the bridges with your brothers and sisters. So tell us about that. Let's be real.
And then you figured you would come around the board because you might do something to hurt me. Be careful. You need to get cameras outside of your house. He might try to come and it's just They took what my dad said serious as fuck.
They telling me this, they doing this, they that, they. It's you. She's sitting here trying to hit this man with the gaslight, trying to confuse him about his reality. He knows it's her. Even when I called him last night when he got off the line, you heard his phone ringing when he got off. That was me again. And he said, bro, I hear what you're saying, but I really still think it's her. I think she's saying it's him. And I'm like, dang, for real? And I think that he's trying to save her by pretending that he might have said that, because you heard him at the end of the video say, oh, I didn't say that. Why'd you tell him? All kind of weird shit. Because a lie is hard to tell, family. I even heard them say, Kevin, someone is a gay guy who says you used to be with him. I'm like, oh, I'm licking my chops. Bring him on. Tell him to make his video. Tell him to make his video. Because see, it's hard to tell a lie. Where were we? What time frame was it? Who do you know? What was we doing? What did we talk about? What my thing looked like? Since we did all of this stuff, since we did this, right? So they stopped telling that one. Now they say they got a sex tape of me out there with a dude. Do you now? Play it. You're welcome to. I won't even be mad. Play the video. See, you should have never said that. When you tell lies, people ask for proof, and the proof is always on the believer. The burden of proof is always the one who made the accusations, who's saying something. The burden of proof is on you. So the moment that you say there's a sex tape out here, there's a man who say him and Kevin was together, you lost. You should have just kept it with lies. Same way right here. You're trying to say, well, Walt, when he said this to you, what happened? Oh, I just told him how you're going to get away with it. That's really what you would say if that happened. Yeah, I left all kind of money on the table, yo, but it was out of respect for my brother. He was telling me don't do it too. He was like, man, don't even do it. So out of respect for him, I was like, nah, I wanted to, bro. Can I make a video on that one? Nah, just leave it alone, bro. Him trying to protect his family. So I left it alone. Let's go.
Yeah, everybody not gonna take that serious right there. Somebody saying some other goofy shit like that.
Right. No, he lied. They didn't take that as a lie, because who would think that somebody would lie about something so serious?
Who would think someone would lie? Is that the lie you told yourself before you told the lie? Yes, people will believe me, because I'm gonna say the worst thing. Who would think people lying about something so serious? Who would think that you're lying about that? Somebody said I was obsessed. You realize she said my name, right? If you hear their arguments, she brings me up all the time. So if anybody is obsessed, it is that lady. When she's bothering him about his beliefs. You and Kevin just the same, don't believe in God. Several conversations where she's hit record, she bringing my name up. Why was I so much in their conversations? My brother's name don't come up when me and my wives are having a serious conversation. My brother's name don't come up. I'm obsessed. Go back and listen to those videos and listen how often she mentioned my name. I ain't even in their house. You know, for years, right? Years, I couldn't even go by their house because I'm poly, and she didn't want me over there. That's my own brother. And he'll say, bro, if you come over here, I'll be arguing all day, man. Just come only if you're by yourself. Because she didn't want me, his brother over there, because we have a different lifestyle. We don't think the same. So he can't even come over here. Ain't that controlling? What is that? Controlling, right? If he said he didn't want your family coming to the house because they was Christians, you would say that's controlling. But if you don't want me to come to the house because I'm poly, what is that? He ain't doing nothing to you. I ain't doing nothing to you. Yeah, that's right. Lacey never been over there. Never. Brianna had a problem with it.
There's something you don't fucking play with. Especially at that age. You're not fucking 20. You're not.
Listen, only reason Jamie went was because it was mine and Jamie's day to spend together, and my brother had just got out the hospital, and we rushed down there real quick to see him. So we went down there to see him or whatever. And that was it. But other than that, man, we ain't really got, that's my brother. And we ain't had no build. We ain't had no casual conversation at his house. I can't just show up over there and chill with him. None of that. Because I'm poly, y'all. Now, y'all might not agree with poly, but does that mean I can't have my brother? Because I'm poly? I ain't doing nothing to y'all. Okay, you think I'm a manipulator? Fine. You think I'm doing something wrong? Okay, fine. But I don't deserve the relationship with my brother because I'm poly?
You're not a teenager.
That video probably gonna be the million views.
That's the only reason why I went and brought me a gun.
That's the only reason I went and bought me a gun, because of what my dad said, not what you have shown me. If he was abusive for 6 years, why are you just now going and buying something to protect yourself? Why?
That video probably gonna be at 1 million views right here in a minute. Watch. That shit right there is gonna be everywhere. Probably already on TikTok and everywhere.
And he's trying to talk comedy to a person who created this for him. He knows I ain't never gonna hit the end of this. It's gonna be at 1 million views in a couple minutes. And he's on here trying his best to still talk comedy to this person. Clearly, he don't want this to go on. You think he want that to be said about him? He's calling her to talk to her about it. He want this to stop. He's calling her to ask her why she said something about him, posted something. She ain't calling him, asking him that. But y'all keep saying, he the problem, he the problem.
You're wondering why I'm still getting all this negativity every damn day. You need to get some help. You need counseling.
Y'all saying, damn, he's still going in? Well, y'all still on here. Still 1,000 people watching. She said a whole lot, family. So it's just taking a while.
Therapy every day. And painting me as this damn villain. I'm nothing like that.
Was I helping to take care of my brother whenever he had cancer? Absolutely. Absolutely, I was there to offer every piece of advice that I could. Me and my brother went back and forth over that thing like crazy. We argued more than ever during his time with cancer. Almost tore our relationship apart because I was so upset, crying damn near every day because he didn't want to get rid of his cancer the way I wanted him to get rid of his cancer. And I was living in that. I didn't want him to die. My sister had just died a year or so before, 2 years before, while I was holding her hand. She died holding my hand. Now that sister meant the world to me. This brother means the world to me. I don't know if I can handle losing him. So I was like, go get your surgery. Go get your surgery. He's like, no, I'm going to try to beat this. I'm like, bro, no, man. That shit spread quick. Go just get the surgery, bro. Nah, I'm going to beat this. Watch and see. Bro, you being arrogant. You're not invincible. Stop. Trust me, Kevin, I'm feeling good. I'm taking these juices. I'm doing these vitamins. Yaki got me on this stuff right here. I said, bro, it's placebo. Yo, vitamins going to make you feel good. It's you putting energy in your body. Of course, your body's going to respond to the sudden change. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but I'm saying what you're doing is the reason you feel all the energy. It don't mean you healing. He'll say, I feel healed, Kevin. And here you are telling me it ain't. Every time we talk, you got something negative to say. Well, I ain't trying to say nothing negative. I just don't want you to sit here and say I'm healed, man. I'm feeling better. I'm getting up every day. I feel more energy than ever, Kevin. And I'm sitting here like, but bro, that don't mean that. Arguing. Horrible time we went through. Because I didn't want to lose him. But I can't control how he do this. So I just had to fall back and was like, look, bro. I just have to say I respect how you doing it. I can't, at least you are getting up every day and working out. At least you are being consistent in your plan. You are juicing. You doing everything you saying you doing. So it ain't really much I could complain about other than you ain't doing it the way I want you to. So I gotta respect you as a man and let you handle this shit. Because I was getting too emotionally invested and getting mad at him because he wouldn't just go get the surgery. So yeah, I was definitely there. Definitely there. Probably causing him more stress and just as much stress as everybody else. Let's continue.
Nothing like that. I'm a good ass dude. I'm a good man. Period. And the crazy part is, you know that. How can you even read these lies about me? How can you even read them? Like when they say stuff like that.
See, right there, bro, is you trying to, you probably don't feel like this, but it's you trying to get sympathy. It's you trying to say, I'm a good man. I don't deserve this. Like, why are you doing that to me? Why I don't deserve this? To an emotional terrorizer, that's just what they want to hear. They want to hurt you. So when you get on there and say, I don't deserve this, I'm a good person, you're only giving them fuel to hurt you again. They see how that hurt you. Oh, that gets to them. So I promise you, you're not going to get them to feel sorry for you or stop because you're telling them, I'm human. This hurts me. Why are you doing this? I don't deserve this. I'm a good person. That ain't going to make them people stop. I'm telling you now. They don't care if you're a good person. They care that you're not giving them what they want. They want to be with you because you're a good person. They want you. But if you don't want them back, you being a good person don't mean a damn thing. I'm telling you now.
Sure, saying it for you, saying that I'm all these
you can't stop an abuser from abusing you because you saying ouch. That ain't what happens. They want you to say ouch. They want to know that they're causing you pain. Ouch, it really hurt. Please stop. It really hurt. That don't make them stop. I'm telling you now.
Like, how can you even read that stuff about me?
Everybody telling me to move on and don't talk about it. Nobody's telling me about you.
Regardless, you know what they're saying about me, so why would you even, like, how you feel reading that stuff about me that you know it's not true?
One thing, guys, my intent is not to convince you guys my brother is not abuser, not an abuser. That's not my job. I already knows he's not, and I'm not concerned about that. If you guys want to call him that, that's fine. Okay? That if y'all want to sit here and think that, but I'm not trying to teach that that's not what he is. You know, I'm on here trying to show her who she is. Y'all ain't even got to be here for this. Let's go.
Not reading anything. I just told you that.
How do you feel about your family calling you about a lie that Walt made up, knowing that you know that
I didn't know it was a lie. So I can't be in that.
That's another reason. Now, how can I come around somebody who would believe I would say that?
Robert.
That sounds crazy.
If I talk to your daddy,
Not trying to call his name, Robert. How can I be with somebody who would take that, run with it, believe I said it, go tell people? Now my name ruined. Even if you take it back, they still gonna say you just covering for me because you want to be with me, or you just trying to protect me now. Like, how can I be with you? Like, how could I trust it? How could I trust you, Robert?
Here all the time. Your daddy come to you and tell you some shit. You don't fucking know. Why would you call your daddy a liar?
He may not call his daddy a liar, but I can tell you this. If my daddy came to him and said, bro, Brianna cheating on you, I saw her out with another man, he ain't going to go online and tell the world before he asks you about it. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that.
Your daddy never lied to you about something so serious.
Rob lies about everything all the time. I don't remember him telling the truth about nothing. I can't think of a truth that Walt ever said. To be honest with you, I can't think of.
Now, why ain't she saying you crazy now? My daddy don't be lying.
Nothing that he said true.
Like, this is something that you just can't even come back from. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna have a relationship with my dad right now.
She done came for the whole relationship of her dad to try to get a man back that she said she don't want. A man with a small pecker. He ain't good in bed. He don't make you orgasm. He don't treat you right. He ain't good for the kids. He a deadbeat. But you'll throw your own daddy relationship under the bus so you can get this man back in your life, huh?
Like, that's so fucked up.
They go to cries. See, he was on there, got her crying. He got her crying, y'all. See, she's crying because she's wrong and she wants sympathy. That's why the crying is coming now. You see what I'm saying, y'all? He ain't got her crying. He ain't reached through the camera and pinch her arm. So the way she manifests reality is he got her doing this. So if she cries, if she becomes overwhelmed with emotion, or she pretends to cry, he got her doing that because he manipulating her.
And the fact that you actually repeated it out there, man, come out your mouth, this sounds very believable coming from man, not just you, but the shawty. Like, man, do you know how this is gonna affect her when she get older? That ain't no shit you play with. I'm pretty sure my brother, none of them ain't saw that shit. That shit right there gonna have everybody mad. Totally different if Walt was the one on camera saying it too. You on there saying it.
She was blaming Walt.
Was you over here when Dad said that to you, or you was on the phone? I was on the phone.
Right. Was you over here when Dad said that? You could have just let them talk, right? I was on the phone, right? Because I can't tell you, I ain't about to say your daddy said something he didn't say. I ain't about to do that. I was on the phone. I wasn't there. I don't know. Right. Oh, you was on the phone. Which one was you over there or was you on the phone? Was you over there or not? Because I know you was over there. So why did I even say, oh, was you on the phone? What are you talking about? Was you over there or was you on the phone? Like, she can't be over there and on the phone. And why'd you give her the out?
He wasn't telling the truth.
He wasn't. Were you over there on the phone? I was on the phone. Oh, okay. He wasn't telling the truth. They'll often go through so many emotions during their dialogue. You'll be sitting here like you was crying 2 seconds ago. Now you laughing. Now you talking shit. Now you back to crying. Now you strong as a fuck and don't care about nothing. And now you back to crying and now you laughing again. Emotional terrorists, they become the emotion that they feel, or they become the emotion that they're trying to play you with. So they won't say, I feel terrible about what I did. Instead, they'll go, what happened was this, though. Man, please. Who does that? Children, and mostly women. They learn to navigate because that crying gets them out of being disciplined. Mama come home, daddy come home. Why ain't you do your work? You can try and whip them. Oh, you hit me super hard, harder as I ever been hit. And they're going to act like you tried to kill them. They're going to act like you missed them, actually. But they're going to act like it hurt like a mug. It's all emotionally playing you. And they learn this at a young age. Never stop doing it either. A lot of women grow up and continue to do it because the world that they live in allows them to continue to use emotions, where men get told to suck it up and move on. You a man. So men can't go, but like, we can't do that, or we look like weak, or we look lame. We get told this as boys. Our fathers, our mothers be like, you better suck that up. You a man, be a man. So we get told not to use tears to try and leverage people. But women often, they get encouraged to cry. So it's like they do this to get away with shit, yo. When she called herself posting receipts, she's posting receipts on herself. Yeah, Pinky said it's so sad that some women are just as terrible because they're on this live and can't see it. They're actually justifying the behavior. I would advise any man to stay far from any woman who sit here and act like this behavior is good, who looking for me to say my brother did something, right when you can see this. Imagine you see a man beating the shit out of a woman and all y'all want to know is what she did wrong. You clearly see she don't respond in a way that's conducive, or in a way that seems parallel to what happened to her. I say, yo, this, and this. I ain't attacking her. She comes out with, you suck dick, right? You do this on low key. Okay. My brother says some things to her. He plays a video. She comes out, your penis little. My brother posts a video of him in drawers. She said he posted a picture of him and himself in underwear. What is that doing to her? Now she got to come on there and be like, yo, you got a small pecker, right? And everybody can see it. You the one posted that. You the one posted that. You did. You're the blame for what I'm doing to you right now. That's what a narcissist do. You're the blame. If you had not posted that video, I wouldn't be on here calling you small pecker. So see, it's your fault. So he did something wrong by posting himself in his boxes. That's what he did wrong to Brianna. Y'all so crazy. She's mad because he posted himself in boxers. And this is her punishment to him. Girls, don't be interested in him. Trust me, it's small. That's just like if you were to post yourself half naked like you always do. Imagine him going here and be like, guys, the coochie ain't good anyway. Trust me, it's all stretched out. You the one posted the video of yourself half naked. You did that. Now you mad because I said this? You mad at me because you posted videos of yourself in a bikini, and you mad because I said you ain't got no vagina? That your coochie stank, that it ain't good? You're mad at me because I said that, and you're the one that posted your picture? She's publicly showing y'all how she's abusive and blames the person that she's abusing for the abuse. She publicly showed you, and y'all still don't see it. What Latruth do wrong, though? What did he do wrong, though? I tell you what he did wrong. He posted a picture of himself in his boxes. That's what he did wrong. He's abusive. He should have never did that. That's what y'all want me to say? Let's go. Like the man hitting the woman, knocking the woman on the floor. Look what you made me do. Look what he made you do when he posted himself in underwear. He made you go live and say he was small. You'll never be responsible for your actions because the other person will be. So when you check a person about what they did to you, it's what you did to them. You did it. You the one that did it. I would have did it if you would have done this. You did it. Y'all said, Kevin, you breaking her down. Not trying to, just speaking to the things that I see. And look, how much is your brother paying you? That's another lie she told. First, she said he was broke and didn't want nothing that he had. Now, everybody that defend him or speak up on his behalf or speak about her behavior, which is clearly derogatory, he's paying them. But with what money? I thought he was broke. I thought he has no money. You said he ain't got shit because I don't want shit because he ain't got shit. He broke. But then they say he paying y'all. Listen, make up your mind. Either he has so much expendable income that he can pay people to protect him online, or he's broke. Which is it? He broke but got enough money to pay people to defend him online? Is that it? Which one? Stick with your narrative. He's gay, but he like to manipulate women to get 2 relationships out of 2 women. Which one? Why would a gay guy try and manipulate 2 relationships with women? Ain't that not doing what he... Gay people don't do that. Gay people go be gay. Make up y'all's mind. Y'all narratives are so crazy. Don't even know how to lie right.
To Robert and everything that he said, and then my daddy telling little lies here and there. It's like, why would you make up something so fucking deep? And then when
let me say something to the weirdos in the comments real quick. So I don't usually speak to y'all weirdos, and these are the ones that's being negative about me right now, okay? First and foremost, you came to my platform. This is my platform. This is Latruth's platform.
Hey, guys, for all of you guys criticizing this video, when y'all get off, I'll get off. So prove to me that y'all don't want me here. Prove to me that me being here is some type of wrong by not giving me your energy. What if all of this right here is encouraging me to continue? What if having 1,000 listeners on here is encouraging me to continue? Truly show me that this is not the way to be and get off here. I should see it. If this thing dropped down to 100 viewers, I'll get off right now. I'll wait and watch. I'm watching the numbers right here on my other phone. I'm right here watching on my other phone. Let's see y'all get off. Let's see if y'all can do it since y'all talking shit to me. Y'all want me to get off, right? You first. Because this video can end right here. I won't even play the rest of it. Let's see. 856 watching. Let's watch and see these numbers drop. Numbers ain't dropping. Wonder why. Why y'all still here? Not even one person? What about the one who said it? What about the person who said it? Why ain't y'all left? Say, family. So again, point proven. I'll continue. It's gonna keep on doing that. I have to get my jazz going. I ain't playing my jazz now because I keep thinking I want to play that video of my live. There we go. And y'all still watching, even after all that little intermission. Yeah, y'all definitely here for it. Let's go.
This is Robert Hampton, Big Boss platform. I play what the fuck I want to play on my platform. You hear me? Y'all didn't lose nothing in none of this. I worked my whole life to build my career and my brain and everything. So let somebody take it away from me from 6 years? Do y'all not realize the endorsements? People don't want to work with me. This is my life. All over these lies that was told on me. If somebody told some lies on y'all, y'all be way worse. Y'all would actually be in jail right now. So self-control is one of those things that y'all do not have, that I have more than you. You would be locked up right now if somebody did this to you.
A lot of them would, bro.
Every one of
You're
you
right.
guys in here being negative towards me right now would be in jail right now if someone did this to you.
They would have likely gotten physical and done something to ruin their life.
If someone tried to steal everything from you, take your whole career, everything that you built your whole life down away from you, you would be in jail right now. You would be in jail. You would, trust me, you wouldn't have no self-control. Self-control is my middle name. So when you think it's for you, that's where you mess up at. When you thinking what I'm doing is for you, that's where you mess up at. I got everything I'm gonna need for court. Court is gonna be a breeze.
And it was.
Real life
Threw it
is
right
real
out.
life. The internet is the internet. I'm an entertainer. This is how I make my money. So no one's gonna drag my name and make me be something that I'm not.
Facts.
Been a good man my whole life. You guys would be in jail right now if somebody did this to y'all. So take your negative self off this live. If you're not here to support, if you're not team Latruth, if you're not team on the right side, if you're not team good man, get the hell off my live stream. Straight like that.
I didn't even tell, like, I didn't even, like, he told Jarvis, he done told.
He done told. See how she can't even talk? She can't even, this is when she's trying to get sympathy. She talks like this. Do you understand? Somebody said, I have no respect for your wife. Listen, we don't pay our bills with y'all respect. So if you think I need to hear that, then you can tell me. But if you want me to care about it, then that's going to be a whole different thing, family. Let's go.
So it's like, no. Like, take you serious. Because that's a big fucking lie to lie about. Like, that's not no little shit. Well, Ted, how did you, what did Robert so do? Like, just, okay, so him and my dad talk all the time downstairs or whatever. But with my dad.
And who is she talking to? Is that the fake sister? So she know Brianna want to be back with Robert. And she's sitting here in the background, well, I was on the phone. Well, I was this, and you hear this woman plead and trying to get back on Robert's good side. But to the world, it's he this, he that, he this, he that.
Even when I'm going out, my daddy always came back and was like, yeah, Robert always getting somebody's number when he out. And I'm like, oh, damn, maybe he's just getting his kicks, just to work with him for his kicks. And my dad was like, no, it didn't look like that. It looked more like he's trying to talk to them. So I just kept like knocking it off. But then my dad always telling me, you know, I'm an FBI agent, or I'm still police, I work for the police force, or it just always been little lies here and there that I just shrug off.
So he has told lies. So the daddy has told lies. She's saying that. She mentioned the lies he told, said he was an FBI agent. This man is just lied on me. Wow.
But this one, I just, even being around Robert, like I ain't never, even when he had a gun around me, the pictures that he had, I took them pictures, he ain't never like made me feel like he was gonna shoot me or nothing. So it's,
but yet you still called the cops and said he had a gun. You did this several times, Brianna. And I've known about this. You've done it several times, and I would be furious about it. You know, I hated you for a while. It was about a year or two. I wouldn't even talk to you at all. I had nothing but negative to say about you. I told my brother, don't even say your name to me, because he stayed with you after that shit. And that time you told him he had a gun. And you told him he had drugs in the house. And he always trying to take up for you. And I'm like, bro, that's attempted murder. Nah, she's just being, bro, I don't care what she's being. That could kill you.
like,
Y'all heard that? The pictures of me with my gun, she took those pictures. Y'all heard her say that? Y'all heard her say she know I'm never going to be a threat with a gun, period, around her or any of that? Y'all heard her say that? But it seems like y'all don't be hearing that.
when I asked my dad certain things, just certain shit just not adding up. And then having a phone conversation with Robert about that, it's like, that's just, yeah, he's gonna get mad, and then he's gonna be defensive, and then he's gonna be like, oh, you bring that nigga over me. And it's not even just that, it's just like everything that's adding up to now. If you really believe that your son-in-law would come over here and shoot me the fuck up, you wouldn't even want me here by myself.
Right. So she obviously he didn't say that, and she's just lying on him to say he said that. But now she's trying to deconstruct his lies. Right? Somebody said she's a build-a-bear. Well, she's obviously a builder of lies, right? She's bearing lies. You see what I'm saying? So, and if she a build-a-bear, she's that bear who ripped them little kids apart in the Bible. Because I'm telling you now, listen now, ripping our daddy apart. Should have knew he was lying, she says, right? Should have known. Listen, y'all. He tried to convince her daddy was a liar, but listen to her.
Everything that's adding up to now, if you really believe that your son-in-law would come over here and shoot me the fuck up, you wouldn't even want me here by myself.
So she made a video after this, like y'all didn't hear this video. So this girl, she lies so bad, she don't even care that you already heard something different. There's no tact to her lies. She'll just go live after and lie and say, he was trying to make me convince me that my daddy was a liar. You said yourself, yo, but why didn't she ask that if he really did say that to her? Why didn't she think that right then? Wait a second. So you would leave me home by myself knowing this man said that? You would still come to my house and stay here and sleep in my basement knowing this man said that? You would let this man give you shirts. He gave you $1,000 shirt and you gonna take it from him knowing he said he'd do that? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm wise. I can break down the lies. After you went online and said he said it, now you can see how it's a lie.
How long have we trying to give him?
You heard that? If I said that, he wouldn't even want me to be around her and the kids because he think I would shoot them. She's asked him to move in with us several times and he won't.
Weird. I feel like if you don't be defensive, fine, but just give you access because you have this Facebook or, and I wouldn't ask him, aggressively. I would just say, hey, Dad, I just really need to know, were you telling the truth when you said, Robert?
I hate the sound of the sister's voice, the fake sister's voice. Man.
Right.
I don't even want to hear her talk anymore. She's been doing too much talk. Like when I see her stuff come down anywhere, people keep sending me screenshots and links to this girl's videos, man. Listen, to y'all that's watching, do not send me nothing that the fake sister is saying. That's a little kid, man.
She's not a little kid, though. You got listen, fellas. Stop dismissing these grown-ups' behaviors and calling them little kids. Their behaviors can get you locked up. You better believe it. Those behaviors can still ruin your reputation. Don't call them kids. Nah, they're adults, yo. They're adults. They might not be very mature, but they are adults. Don't call them children, man. Don't do that.
Y'all be sending me the stuff from my ex too. I don't even send me that stuff, man. Like I said, I'm only coming over here to play this so y'all can understand the lengths that they'll go to tell lies to try to destroy somebody's character, all because they clout chasing and they need more fame and followers. And they trying to find a real support system and fan base. Because without the truth, it don't exist. You dig? All right? Give me a second. Let me get Pat. I don't even want to hear her keep talking.
Did you really tell you that?
I don't even know why she was called. Just call your dad. I don't even know why this girl was called. She's younger than her. She's actually.
Bro, here's why. A liar can't sit alone. They need a team. They don't feel comfortable sitting by themselves, so they need somebody with them to help them. I swear to God they do. They can't think fast enough. They can't remember their lies, so they need somebody else up there with them. I swear to you, yo. You should know this by now. When people team up, it's because they're weak. The person who's standing on his own, that's the person that I'm going to listen to. Over all the people that's over here talking, if that person was to run and go get a bunch of other people to help them, now I'll start to say, okay, maybe they did some of that. But if they stand in here and there's a whole bunch of people here talking to them saying they did shit, I'm going to begin to question those people. Because misery love company. I done seen it happen too many times. Let's go.
Younger than my ex-wife, and she's single. Never been brought into any conversation. She's not married. She don't know anything about marriage.
Someone says, who would take advice from a man who has 2 wives? People who are not judgmental. What, you think because I have 2 wives that I don't have anything functional to contribute to anybody's life? Is that what you think? It just tells me you're very judgmental. If somebody do that, why would I listen to anything that they say? All right, that's fine. Don't listen. Go ahead and live your life. Go only listen to people who are monogamous. Only they can enlighten you.
Love them or what they get. So it's still have to be a different relationship.
I had it up to here with the fake
But
stuff.
you know what? One thing about you know the good. You know when someone is told me that, just like, what? You said that, and then just that. I never asked other questions like, so when was this? And what night was this? And
anybody that want to hear her voice, y'all hear this on YouTube when I post it. I post this whole audio for my YouTube supporters because they dragging me too because they believe the lies. So, and this mainly was for my little girl, my oldest daughter, to see this, because when she see this, I'm wondering how she's gonna feel. I want to know if her dad was the one who told this lie. You know, pretty sure when she see this, she may have something different to say. And if you do see this, you call me, Desharia. Don't get on no internet going live. You holler at me about it. Don't get on the internet no more. Stay off the internet.
It is on paycheck. They all work on it. Oh, wait, so it's paid. So this is how you can take it back. But it hurts a lot.
I'm gonna call her dad, so hold up.
Oh, you went to school.
Now her dad is gonna get on the phone.
Oh.
And you can clearly tell the line. And he had a video that said whatever she want her to say.
You remember when you told me about Robert saying that he would kill us? I want to know if that's true. That's true, he said. Okay, but when was this then? When was this? It's about 3 months ago. He came in from the gym, and I was sitting at the table watching the news. And he just came in, and then he just went on and said, I said, so how you say you're not going to get over that? How you going to get over it?
Listen to that story, like, come on, man. Listen to how he even said it. He said, I came in from the gym. He was sitting at the table, eating, watching the news. More than likely, he watching something on the TV that somebody said something like that on. More than likely. I mean, he is older, so I was like, I don't really want to just go it, buddy. But I just feel like Alzheimer's may be a case right here. But the fact that he's watching CSI, something like that, and then I come in from the gym, and that's the story. I come from the gym, from lifting weights, playing basketball, releasing stress. I come in from the gym. Health is wealth. And this is what I say when I come in from the gym.
Why would you?
Go back.
Here's the question, though, bro. Why would you? Why would you go and tell her father that? You'd have to off him too. If you're going to get away with it, why would you tell him that? You'd have to probably deal with him in the moment. I would think telling any girl's father that would get the worst out of her father. I would think that. So you wouldn't think that? You would just come home and just casually say this to him? The logic in this, bro, is so stupid.
When was this?
Gotta explain this to y'all, because y'all be really in them comments on some other stuff. Oh, no, maybe he really did.
I want to know if that's true. That's true, he said. Okay, but when was this then? When was this? It's about 3 months ago. He came in from the gym, and I was sitting at the table watching the news. And he just came in, and then he just went on and said, I said, so you think how you say you're not going to get over that? How you going to get over it? A minute ago, then I said that I came in. Then he called the police. He said the police don't believe him anyway because he has a lot of problems. So that's pretty much how he said. He walked out. But this isn't a dream that you had. It's like really something that was said that. Because you take Zenobia. Yeah, she going up. Robert is saying that he didn't say that. I don't know, but something serious. Yeah. No, but you shouldn't have told him. No, but it's something bad, no.
You say you shouldn't have told him.
I thought that's what he said. You shouldn't have told him. That's like, we don't be like, I'm gonna tell you something, but don't tell nobody I told you. I got something to say to y'all, but don't tell them I told you that it was said. Like, Yo, if that was me as the father, you can tell him I said it, but that wouldn't even go down. He'd already been dealt with. I'd already went on ahead and called the authorities. I'd already went on ahead and done all of that because you ain't about to hurt my child. What you mean? That's crazy.
So he told her this lie and said I said these things, but then she shouldn't have told me.
Y'all saying he fumbled the bag by losing her? Y'all think that's a loss? Do y'all think that is a loss? Y'all really think that? A wife who won't listen, who think you're trying to control her, everything you say, she twists into something else. Other people around her telling her something, make her think different about you. She records you. She tell you that your religion sucks. She talk shit to you. She call you a bitch, call you a pussy. You think that's a loss? You think that? Oh, he had a wife. Yo, just because you married don't mean you got a wife. That's the problem with a lot of men. They don't know what a wife is. They don't know it when they see it. A lot of them, they buried in the physicality of a person, and a lot of women are buried in the materialism of a man. So it's really hard to make out and understand the values of what a true king or true wife or husband truly is. So most people have no clue what in the world they're trying to do. So the man goes and marries the woman because he thinks she's pretty and he's thinking, yo, I got a good wife. She's beautiful. Hey, social world, elevate my class because, hey, look at my wife. Yo, but if she don't act like a wife, you don't get the elevation. You just don't. We're not going to respect you. If you with a woman that we know treats you dirty, cheat on you, and you stay with her, you don't get the respect. The respect that a man get when he got a wife is when he got a good wife, a wife that everybody can't have, a wife that have his back and support him, a wife that send him to work with his lunch packed. Everybody starts saying, dang, I want a wife like that. But it ain't nobody saying, I want a wife like that. And y'all girls on here, I don't see no men saying this, but y'all girls on here saying he lost a good one. Why don't you see men saying that? Why don't you see men saying that's exactly the type of wife I want? Why don't you see them saying that? That ain't no loss. That's a blessing, Noreen said. Absolutely. I told my brother the other day, I know it's the holidays. I know you don't have your wife and children in the home with you, but I promise you 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be very grateful for this. Because while it hurts right now, this is what you needed. This is truly what a blessing looked like. It don't always feel like a blessing, but blessings look like getting evil people from around you. And sometimes you love those people, but they catastrophic for your life. Family, let's continue.
She shouldn't have told me.
Shouldn't have told him.
I want to know. I don't want to be here living in fear. That's why I bought a gun, because I was scared.
Yeah, I'm saying that he.
I know that they don't matter. If somebody said that, you still want to have that in the back of your head.
But 3 months ago,
So now the daddy's trying to justify what he said with time. Yeah, but that was 3 months ago. That was 3 months ago that he said he would off you and himself. That was, but so you shouldn't worry about it. That was 3 months ago. I mean, hey, time heals all things, right? No, ain't no way a father would be telling his daughter that. And ain't no way a father of 3 children would tell a woman, the children's mother who's getting abused by them, to stay with that dude. What the hell is wrong with the people you call it? So the daddy tell you just to forget about it because it's been 3 months. The baby daddy tell you to just stay with the shit and make it work. Really? Really? If I say it any louder, only dogs gonna hear me. Really? So I said, because they stupid, Kevin. If my brother was an abuser, she had a horrible support group. She really did. Seemed like they was more abusive than the person she trying to say was abusing her. Hey, damn, Kevin, you speaking big facts. Bro, listen, I'm telling you, that's all I speak. I speak it fluently.
Then he said, I didn't say he said it. At the end, I don't know if y'all heard that.
Yeah, I heard. Let's go back. You got it. Go ahead. My bad. Listen.
This was like really something that was said that. And she texted Olivia.
yeah, she don't know.
So
I don't know what she.
Robert is saying that he didn't say it. I don't know that, but it's something serious.
Dad. How could you shouldn't have told me that? No, but it's bad, no, because I want to know. I don't want to be here living in fear. That's why I bought a gun, because I was scared. Yeah. I'm saying that she ain't got no. I know that they don't matter. If somebody said that, you still want to have that in the back of your head. Yeah, but 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Yeah, he's saying that he didn't say it. I didn't say that he said it.
I didn't say that he said it.
Wow. Wow. She asked him, when was it? 3 months ago. The whole conversation, he'd been saying this about 3 months ago, 3 months ago, one time 4 months ago. I didn't say he said it. You didn't say he said it. When did he say it? 4 months ago, 3 months ago. I didn't say he's just as bad. This is who she gets it from. She gets this from him. Yo, can you believe this? Can you really believe what your ears are hearing right now? I didn't say he said it. Of course you did. Of course you said he said it. You're probably saying he said it for her because she told you to, but you did say he said it. You even named the time frame 3 months ago. I was sitting on the couch. He walked in. I was watching the news. And he says this to me. But I didn't say he said it. You just as bad. That shit crazy. How do you deal with that? What do you do with that? When did he say it? 3 months ago. How did he say it? I was sitting on the couch watching the news. He came in from the damn basket, from playing ball, or from the gym, and he says this. Baby, it was 3 months ago, though. It was 3 months ago when he said it. Why are you still tripping about it? But it was 3 months ago. It was 3 months ago. Yeah, I know, but still, people gonna believe that. It's gonna be in the back of their mind the whole time. And I ain't gonna get no gun until he leaves, even though I'm with him for 3 months after that. I ain't gonna get no gun until he actually leaves. But that's the only reason I bought a gun is because you told me that 3 months ago, even though I just bought the gun. No, you just made the lie up and saying it happened 3 months ago. And you're using it to justify you buying the gun. But you want him to say that it happened. But except he failed and said, but I didn't say he said it. What did you say then? Then take us back. Well, I'm done. I guess I'll just await the next gay video on me.
I said it, then at the end, I didn't say that he said it.
I know, bro. I know. Confusing, very confusing. But what did you do wrong? That's what I want to know. Fuck all that. What did you do wrong, sir? That's what we want to know. Forget what she did. Forget what she's still doing. We want to know what you did wrong so we can talk about you, even though you already ain't got your marriage. So we want to hold you accountable to something, even though the universe already has. You chose the wrong woman. You didn't vet her properly. It ended in you invested in this woman for 6 years and losing the daughter you just had with her. I can't even see that daughter like that. And you losing the daughter that you had before her. That's accountability right there. You paying for all of that shit, but they want to talk shit to you. They want to add to that. They want to add to what the universe already got you going through to talk shit. So by all means, tell us what you did wrong, sir. Tell us. You ain't getting away scot-free. Tell us what you did. Bogus, man. I'm kidding, by the way, but that's crazy. That is crazy, family. Now, Brianna, for you, I'm sure this is not indicative of the person that you want to be. You say you got a relationship with God. You say you believe in God and you believe in heaven and hell and you want to go to heaven, right? You don't want to go to hell, right? Well, your actions are going to take you straight to the place that you don't want to go to. Now, I don't believe in that place, but you do. But I can tell you this, it's going to create a hell around you 100% for sure. And it already is. People are going to see you as a liar. They're going to see you as a manipulator. They're going to see you as an abuser of the government systems, that you would do anything to hurt anybody you don't like, even make a phone call to authorities and lie to them so that person can get some type of vengeance, so you can get your vengeance. You're painting yourself, you're revealing yourself to be that type of person, but you're saying you're a different type of person, but you're revealing yourself to be this type of person. Well, the world will forever look at you like a liar. The world will forever question what you say. You're going to be the little girl that cried wolf from here on out. You're going to be Bree. And you don't know what that means yet. You don't know what Brianna means yet when I put it in quotes like that. Don't be a Brianna. Don't be a Bree. You don't know what that means yet. But you will see soon enough. See, it's going to be a lot of that. But I'm going to tell you this. Life will only keep paying you back for the things you continue to do. So if you stop all of this, you're going to definitely deal with the karma from all of this. But if you stop all of this, you can get the karma from also the next few things that you do. So are you going to go be a better person, be a good person, or are you going to make a video calling people gay, telling him his thing small, talking shit? Is that what you're going to do? More of the same? Do you think the correct response to this is to reveal yourself even more and keep giving me material so I can make money off of it and go viral off of it? Is that what you think? Because I'm all ears. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your next video so I can truly break it all the way down. I would prefer to see you go be a better person. I really would. But because I want to teach the world about emotional terrorism, I'm going to allow you to be the conduit or the conception that allows me to show them exactly what it is by using your behaviors. I'm going to put your behaviors on display. So whenever people look up in the dictionary under emotional terrorizer, it'll be a picture of you with all that makeup on. Yeah, you. It's going to be you. You. That's who it's going to be. Because all the work that you've done for yourself don't make you a better person. All of the beautifying that you do for yourself does not make you a better person. You know what makes you a better person? Your actions, changing the people around you. I told you this on the phone, but you're not displaying that. So you need a life coach. Come holler at me. I'll still work with you. I promise I will. I'll still work with you. And I'll tell you good advice because I value what I do. Or not work with me. Keep talking to the people that you're talking to. You don't need me to change, but I can sure help you. It's your decision. Be better or not. It's between you and God. It's between you and nature. It's between you and consequences. Because consequences are always going to follow your actions. I told you this before. Consequences will always follow your. This is a consequence. I'm on here discussing your behaviors with you, trying to show you because you don't seem to see you. You seem to point fingers at everybody else with 3 pointing back at you, but you can't see the ones pointing back at you. You can't see that. Look at all the stuff you're doing. You don't see you're doing that. He got me on here crying because he manipulated me. Is that what he was doing? No, you're manipulating him. You're telling him it was your daddy. You're trying to put him on a smoke trail. You're trying to send him somewhere else to confront somebody else. Oh, it wasn't me. It was my daddy. I said that because my daddy first said that. But who would say something like that? Because that's serious. I would say something like that, but I would only say it if somebody told me that. And I would also say it without verifying it with you, even though I know you've never shown me that. You said it and you did it. The world saw you say it, but you want him to think it came from your daddy. You always hide in your hand. You said it. Take responsibility for saying it. Take responsibility that his daughter got that information. Take responsibility for your contribution, yo. Let's see if you can do that. Instead of keep trying to have the world ask my brother what he did wrong. Now watch the next video, guys, and see if she outlines all the stuff that I say an emotional terrorizer will do. Okay? There will be new rumors about me. Trust me, it'll sound very horrible. It'll be something that she thinks I would hate to hear because she wants to hurt me for saying something. Because this is how people react. I don't like what you did, so let me say some shit to try and hurt you. I think I'm God. Let me give out God's punishment. Not whatever's coming to you will come to you. Let God deal with you. No, I'm God. That's a narcissist right there. I'm going to punish you. I'm going to do something to make you regret this. And I'm going to use online. I'm going to use the internet and rumors to do it. Be better, be different. Here's your opportunity, family. For the rest of you guys, look forward to my series called The Emotional Terrorizer. Are you an emotional terrorist? Are you with one? How to spot one. Red flags that reveal a potential terrorist or terrorizer, emotional terrorizer. Please watch this content, and I can guarantee you guys by the end of it, you will know how to manage your emotions better. Not try and call out who's an emotional terrorist. It's about you being better. It's about you recognizing who is an emotional terrorizer and not, forging a life with them, not being with them, but it's more so about, are you one? We all have this thing where our emotions can run off with us. And then the behavior that we do can cause really horrible things to our life. So I want to encourage you guys to take the productive approach to take the productive approach, family, to not contribute to your chaos, but to learn from your ways. Be angry, yet sin not. If you're upset, don't do anything that ruins your life. And that's all that means, family. All right. Please read the story of Elijah and the three bears, and you can see that parable right there come to life. It's happening right here. All right. So for you guys, stay tuned. Look forward to that. It'll be a video a day starting next week. So Monday, it'll be a video a day. So just be ready to look forward to that. Every single rise, you'll be able to see these videos. And if you guys don't know who I am, just scroll my page. I've been doing this for years. Okay. I think 7 years now. I've been making this type of content, elevating people. So it's not new for me. Okay. But again, family, I look forward to you guys getting this information. I'm also going to write a small book on it. Okay. Just a little quick book to get out there to you guys. That way you can have something in your hands to read, and we'll go from there. Somebody said, there's still 700 people. Why are you getting off? Well, because I said what I had to say. I'm not actually here to entertain. I don't go live that often, and that's why I only go live when I have something to say, something I think is helpful. You understand? So I'm not really good with the vlogging thing, although I have considered it. But anyway, family, I look forward to seeing you guys here soon. Y'all have a great holidays. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you find yourself. Follow me on the Truth Factory on YouTube for these videos, because I might not even have a page for that long. They like to try to go block your pages and ruin your Facebook pages. She ain't got no power on YouTube, though. So if you don't see me here, go to YouTube. Okay? I'll definitely be on there rocking it out. All right? See y'all.